There we go. We are live for the first time since forever. No, I'm not gonna Disneyfying things. Okay, I want to welcome back my good friend RevanX. Revan, there's a lightsaber out there for you with your name on it, literally there. Theory Unboxed one, uh, literally with your name on it, and
Yeah, yeah, I saw that, man.
and that hilt is available in the market, individually for construction. I know someone who can fix it. you know. But anyway, how have you been doing, man? It's been a very long time. Have you caught up with any Star Wars news lately? What have you seen?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been up to date, but you sent me this latest video of Star Wars Theory, so I
Yeah.
catched up. I caught up on his last three videos, and yeah, that's all I know. That's literally all I know of everything that happened in the past
Are
month.
you are you surprised that he came up forward with this?
Um, I'm not surprised, to be honest, because to me, he was never a shill. He was always somebody that spoke his mind.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised that he was shocked because I wasn't shocked. Like I was surprised that he actually believed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it just hit him right now. He had what
Yeah,
they call the fans heartbreak, and he was like,
yeah.
Dude, um, I'd like to screen share it because there's some points that he makes there that are crucial, and
Hmm.
that can actually also indicate it. Not as of yet. I just want to link this stuff. I've been using English so much lately. I've been writing in English, and my menu is in Greek sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck is this language? You know, and I tend to forget. So here we go. Hold on. There we go. Okay, we're live. I'm also posting this on Twitter. So, um,
Awesome. Yeah, I can't share it. My phone is dead.
I have died before. You can
I
say
mean,
that to your phone.
I have been so dead on Twitter, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, there's not much to go on lately. I also took a break from it.
Yeah.
Because, dude, it was a time where it was kind of crazy for me too. Like I would see myself getting into these Twitter arguments again, and sometimes it can be overwhelming.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
yeah. So what happened is, okay. I'm done with linking stuff. So what essentially happened was, I was just getting these replies, and the classic, the holy triad, the ist, the ism, and the phobe, and all that stuff, and it
Oh
just
yeah.
blew up all over my face. And I'm like, you know what? I do not want to deal with this right now. And we've got the COVID situation going on, and people are losing their minds over that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Well, that's
And
that's the thing with Twitter, man. Like I don't miss it at all right now. But once you get started again, man, and you get into those discussions, you just can't let go. you
yeah,
know?
it's a doozy. That's the thing with Twitter right now. It's just um the thing with Twitter is that it's a crazy place. It's a place where you can have fun, and that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted my Twitter to be right now. I just needed a place where I can just joke around and have fun. And you know what? When timeline kind of goes silent, you see these accounts, these very hardcore standing accounts, where they're like, "Ooh, let me see W or L," and they just make these shitty ratios, man, just to rattle the cage a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And for things that we all know. And what I realized is that if you start ignoring them, like most people are doing right now, like I know a lot of people in this community that are saying the exact same thing as you are. They want to take breaks off of Twitter and YouTube because like all of this is overwhelming. And I can understand why. There's so much going on right now. People are just going crazy, but things are looking better. At least for us here in Europe, things are looking better. Things are going to be opening up. We are not going to go for another lockdown. We cannot sustain another lockdown. And the higher ups know it too. They're like, oh, yeah, we need to make some money off these assholes. So, yeah, let's get to work. We need some tax money. We want our money back. you know, we want our stimulus checks back. Better
Oh
work
man.
for it.
But to be real, man, how stupid are those people with the W and L, man? That shit's annoying.
Yeah.
To me, that's just either attention seeking or I don't know, nothing's going on your Twitter and you don't want your Twitter account to die, so you're just gonna post some random shit. You know what I'm saying?
Even negative attention is still attention for them. They're
Yeah.
like, oh,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, definitely.
someone hates me. So after 3 years, I believe, I met you like later. I met you like earlier in 2019. So and I knew your stance. You were a little more. You weren't like me, who was like the attack dog on a leash, the bulldog, that was like, let me at the soy boys, that got into conversations head on. You were more diplomatic, and I admire that about you, because I couldn't. I mean, I'd see some stupid shit. I'm like, I'm not going to get into an argument. I'm not going to get into an argument. And then I see something stupid, and my eyes roll, and I'm like, yeah! And then, you just type, and like, oh, you stupid idiots don't know what you're talking about. And
but you're good at trash talking, so I like that. I always enjoyed seeing your comments.
Yeah, I can dish them. Ooh, bad. I'm a bad motherfucker behind Twitter, boy. And the thing is that people think that I won't take the fight in real life. I'm like, please come and say that shit to my face, knock you out or knock me out, shake hands, and let's just go on with our lives. They won't knock me out. I'm just saying, just giving them the hope that they might. They're not.
They have to stand up first. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they have to get up from their fat ass chairs.
And we know that one guy. I'm going to say his name in reverse. Revert, the ratio guy. Who holds the lightsaber as if it's a real thing and is going to burn his face off. And he has these shittiest ratios, dude. He's so. I mean, this is so gracious of us to actually mention his pathetic ass 7 minutes into this live stream. So,
he's always nice. He's always been nice to me, to be honest. I don't know why.
Yeah, until you disagree with him, then you're going to become a, the Holy Trinity.
Well, the thing is, I've actually disagreed with him quite often, but for some reason, man, and I've seen this over and over again. When I disagree with him, he doesn't say shit. He's like diplomatic.
Mm-hmm.
But when other people say the exact same thing I say, he like insults them, but he doesn't insult me for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah,
man. I don't know why.
It's a simple answer. You're not an asshole like me.
Yeah, but I've seen it attack like random people as well. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I think
he does.
He's just like he wants to have at least one person on the other side that he considers an acquaintance or something. I don't know, man.
Yeah, just in case, he's like, maybe I need to drop this act so at least I have a friend when all this goes to shit. And it is going to shit because Daisy Ridley came forward and said, no, we did not have a plan. First they said there was a Obi-Wan, Kenobi, and then, they said Palpatine. So not even they know what they were doing. And we were like, oh, we were saying this the whole time. We were saying there was no plan.
There was never no plan. I don't even know what people think there was a plan.
And did you see the shills? Now it's okay to take a shit on Disney Star Wars. It's fine now. They can take a shit on it. It's okay.
Well, now with John Boyega coming out, now it's socially appropriate to call out Disney.
Because
now
we agree with a black guy, so we don't get called racist. Yeah.
If you don't agree with him now, I mean, you're racist, right?
Yeah. So. And I'm not agreeing with him because I don't want to be a racist. I'm just saying he's saying things that I said, but he was bound by Disney contract and he had that moolah that kept his mouth shut. I would have done the same, dude. If I was bound by contract, props to John Boyega, who stuck to his contract. Okay, I'm pretty sure he signed a bunch of non-disclosure agreements. He did not reveal anything. He didn't open his mouth, but now he's bound by nothing. And he's just like, you know what? Fuck you, Disney, and you and your stupid trilogy. He basically said, I was a token black guy. What they used Finn for was checking off a diversity list. Black guy, check. Kelly Marie Tran, Asian chick, check.
Bro, I actually saw a quote, and I might be reading too much into it, but you remember the post, like the tweet I made about John Boyega and how they advertised Finn to be like a Jedi and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Right?
I remember that was your most popular post.
Yeah, it had like over 90,000 likes the thing, and John Boyega answered to that tweet, right? And I saw an interview of him like just a week ago or something, where he talked about that, and he was almost paraphrasing what I said, like literally, like, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking to myself, I might have influenced him in a certain way with my tweet.
In some ways, some consider to be unnatural.
You
Yeah,
never know, man. Like I said, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but he was literally saying the exact same thing
that.
that I
Hey,
said.
remember when I actually showed you that screenshot where your actual tweet made it onto an Instagram story?
Yeah,
It was a
yeah,
while
yeah.
back, dude. It blew up in the Star Wars community. People noticed this, and I'm telling you one thing: your word has a certain weight to it because, well, people look up to you, and Star Wars Theory, amongst many people, follows you. I've interacted with him many times, but he followed you because, first of all, like I said, you're not an asshole like me, okay? And he sees that. He's like,
Don't be
yeah,
too hard on yourself, man.
no, I'm honest with myself. I know it's like one of my best qualities, you know? I know it because I can't control it. I mean, I see people just talking shit, and I just can't. When they're talking about my favorite characters, like when they're talking shit about Luke Skywalker, that's when my eyes like roll, and the gears in my head start spinning backwards, and I'm like, okay, I'm going into overdrive.
Yeah.
And now it's socially acceptable. Everyone's coming forward. There's this article from Ichibaka. I want to see if I can find it and screen share it. I'd love to. Because he does work. He does work with us. Well, me actually, we've had a few back and forths, and I said, listen, I want to use your articles, and I promise I'll give you a shout out and stuff. And he's like, yeah, okay, sure. So one of his articles. His latest articles was ratio. There was this like essential ratio that was going on. I have to do some digging right now, but I'm gonna find it. It was like a few days ago on Disney Star. Oh wait, I'm gonna go into his website Disney Star Wars is dumb .com, and let's see what's going on.
Love that stuff.
Yeah. George Lucas didn't plan anything either. Yeah, of course they're gonna take a giant dump on him. Um, Let's see, this was from September 9. Yes, I think that this is the article that we're looking for. Dude, he has such great content on here, and he shouts out a lot of people here. So basically, you remember that one interview with Kathleen Kennedy for episode 9, and they were asking her like, "Oh, was it part of the plan?" I actually have it here.
Yeah.
I'm going to screen share this. I want to see if I can screen share right now. Am I doing this right? How do you? Damn, I keep forgetting how people do the screen share option. So wait. I don't know. Oh wait, share screen. There you go. Right in my dumbass face. Okay. So I'm sharing the screen. Am I? Okay. Yeah.
Sonic
So
Imperium. Good point about Boyega.
here it is.
Oh, is that a YouTube comment?
Yeah, that is a YouTube comment. So I don't know if is my screen on? Is it shared from your side, from your point of view?
Yep.
Okay. So here's Star Wars series video right here.
No, wait a minute. No, it's not. What am I talking about?
Oh, hold on. Let me see. I just can't figure this thing. You young whippersnappers and your new technology are making me sick. Okay.
Crazy shit, man.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, so that's what we want to do, but why can't I share? Okay, here it is. So I'm sharing my screen right now, and
Okay, yeah,
this
no,
is the clip. Okay, so here's the clip.
Still blown. The big shocker in this trailer, of course, the reappearance of Palpatine. What can you tell us about this? How long was this in the cards? Was this sort of in the blueprint from Episode 7?
This has been in the blueprint for a long time.
Boo!
Yeah.
Boo, you liar! Oh my god! Lying in our face.
Lying bitch.
Lying in our face, lying in front of our audience, lied to the world. And you can see her face. You can see in her eyes. She's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say. Just say yes to everything. Was Palpatine part of the plan? Yeah, yeah. Are you a glorified secretary? Absolutely. Oh, wait, what? Dude, she is terrible. And we've been calling this out for such a long time. And the other lie, the other big fat lie that she said, we don't have content and we don't have 300-page novels, nor video games, nor comics to work off of. We only have passionate storytellers that fill our diversity quota. Tell good stories. And we caught her red-handed there too. And have you ever seen that Will Smith meme where he's like this, showing something?
Yeah,
And basically, I can meme that, and you can just see a whole panel of Legends books and stuff. Dude, like, there was so much material. Like, my whole channel is based on a Legends character, the Chuck Norris of Star Wars, dude. I'm talking about Kyle Katarn here. Like, he farted and Death Star exploded, apparently. That's what they said. It wasn't Luke.
Yeah.
He had a little gas. My old man had a little gas and Death Star blew up.
Yo, this guy Sonic Imperium. Do you know him?
No, I think he knows us, but I'm glad to know you. Thank you for taking the time to jump on our channel. The people who made the new movie seemed like they all hated their own fathers, given the way Han and Luke were treated. That could be an indication. That could be an indication, really. Yeah. Maybe Daddy made you work too hard. Dad.
Are you German? Like Sonic Imperium, are you from Germany? Because Imperium is a German word for empire. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic Imperium would be like Sonic Empire.
Let's see.
Imagine he's from Germany, man. Crazy stuff.
Well, like 36% of the demographic on my analytics, I think 36% was from Germany.
Really?
Yep. Wir lieben Deutschland, so yeah, we love you guys.
It's crazy because on my Twitter as well, there's so many people that have been following me for months, and then I just like find out someday that they're German. I'm like, what?
Sonic Imperium. Yeah, we got an answer. He's all American.
Hell no, all American.
Okay. Yeah, well, we have a diverse cast here, guys. We've got an American. Imperium is also Latin. He's right about that too.
True.
It is Latin. Yeah. So yeah, we apologize. We miscountryed you. We're very sorry. We're countryphobes. We misidentified your nation. I'm really sorry, man. 5 people live watching us. Thank you guys so much for taking the time. So Daisy Ridley speaks up. Kathleen Kennedy lied to our faces twice. Well, she said 2 big lies that we actually are able to pin her down, and that is all the evidence that you need to. That's all the evidence that you need to actually close this case. We won. We won. I said in my video, we won the culture war regarding Star Wars. We said it. We've been saying it for so many years, but when we did, we were the toxic fandom. Remember, it was toxic of us to say that Rey's not a good character, and I can't find that article where there's this Wired woman over here that's talking about. Oh my God. This Wired article, I want to see if I can find it from Wired, where it's Price of Reason. Sorry, it's not Ichibaka, I think. I made a mistake. I'm still shouting out Ichibaka. Yeah, Price of Reason was. He's been doing some pretty good work lately, and I think I found it. I think I know who it is. There are a lot. I'm talking about a lot of there's still people shilling for The Last Jedi. Here it is. I found it. There we go. I'm gonna share the screen once more. I'm sharing the screen once more to show you one of the biggest like exposing these guys again. Okay, we're doing it again. Here it goes. Let's see. This is it. Okay, Angela Watercutter. What kind of name is that? Imagine what a skill that is, cutting water. Anyway, Star Wars The Last Jedi will bother some people. Good. on the 15th of December 2017. It's gonna bother people. Good. That isn't toxic behavior at all. At all. No, that is. You don't like diversity in your Star Wars movies? Don't see The Last Jedi. And when we go, a few days ago, 2 days ago, the same writer, Angela Watercutter. Here you go. It's on your screen, people. It's on your screen, and it says John Boyega was right about Star Wars.
My god.
You see how they ratio themselves? and she has a response here to Price of Reason.
God.
She says here, let's check this tweet out. Damn it. Hold on. What's this about?
Bro,
anyway,
this is Greek.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's I'm telling you, I don't understand this language anymore. Okay, so it says we can agree to disagree here. But it's not contradictory to say that a franchise has a strong, diverse cast, the point of the first piece. While also noting that by the end, the franchise didn't give all members of the cast a well-rounded character arcs.
Yeah.
We said that 3 years ago.
But the thing is,
Angela. We said that 3 years ago.
She immediately thinks that everybody that disliked The Last Jedi disliked it because of the diverse cast.
Exactly. This is your article, Angela.
Literally no person ever said that. People were actually complaining because
we were complaining
was not being used and stuff.
Yeah, underused. Dude, this is it. This is what I was looking for. The ratio destroyed 3 years later, finally, after so many insults. After so many, dude, look at this. Look at this. Side to side. Now John Boyega is right. No. It's not just John Boyega. We've been saying this, but he wanted to say it at the time we were saying this, but he couldn't because of your stupid little quotas going on. Okay?
Yeah.
This is what happened. This is it. You're talking. Let's not talk about the people of color. Let's talk about Rey as well. Okay? She was aimless. Aimless, completely aimless. Just like the new Mulan movie, she's already powerful. She doesn't need no man. She's good. She's perfect. She's absolutely perfect. And we called her out on those flaws. And they tried to compare her with Anakin Skywalker, calling him a Gary Stu. Rey survived a trilogy without suffering as much as losing a single fingernail, dude. A single fingernail. Not once. Luke and Anakin, they got their asses handed to them. They lost constantly. I mean, Luke would have lost if it wasn't for Han Solo and the Millennium Falcon when he took the shot for blowing up the Death Star. If it wasn't for Han, Vader would have fixed. And at that moment, he didn't know that Luke was his son, so he would have completely blown him up. Okay, it's simple math. A TIE Advanced X1 Darth Vader's ship is brutal. If you've played any games, like there was this Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith game for the Nintendo DS, and it had those ships. And when you played with the X1, the only disadvantage was that it didn't have shields and missiles, but it was fast, maneuverable, and the lasers were like deadly, dude. So Luke didn't stand a chance. Empire Strikes Back, he loses. Return of the Jedi, he basically almost got killed in Jabba's palace because of the Rancor thing. So he kept on failing constantly, dude. But Rey
let me say though, that's not the reason that I dislike Mulan though, the new Mulan movie.
Ooh, did you see it?
I saw it, man.
I'm so sorry for you. Is there anything I can do for you? Can I offer you a drink or something?
Did you see it?
I did not see it. I saw the review.
It's actually not. The reviews are bad, and I agree. The movie was trash, but not because it was like some feminist crap or anything. To be honest, it was like I mean, she was powerful, but she was also powerful in the cartoon, right? I mean, here and there, it was about women being independent and stuff like that, but it wasn't like the main theme. The main thing that bothered me, or the main things, was that there was no emotion, with the exception of like the last 5 minutes, maybe. There was no intensity. There was no like epicness. Nothing. Literally, just a copy of the cartoon, just way worse.
No Mushu.
Way worse. No Mushu. No Shang. no Li Shang,
Nope.
no love story at all. There's literally no love story at all. There's no like the music is really bad, the score is really bad, and man, the people are walking up
Tell me a kid that
walls.
doesn't remember. Let's get down to business.
Yeah,
And it's a man song. We can't have praising men.
we can't have that. We can't have that, man. We can't have be a man. That doesn't work.
No.
but bro, the thing that bothered me the
I'm
most.
gonna be singing this. I'm gonna be singing this to soy boys. It just testosterone has a corrosive effect on feminists. So I'm gonna be singing this. They hate it. They're like, stop it, no. Like the trigger words. For the Winter Soldier, when it's like, stop it, no.
Yeah. The thing that bothered me the most is it was like a really bad martial arts film. You know what I mean? People walking up, like running up the walls and jumping 10 meters.
What part is it? A shape-shifting witch? Oh
like
my
God. Crazy, man. And like they're stopping arrows with their bare hands and kicking them, like jumping 10 meters in the air and kicking the arrows back, killing people like insane. I hate stuff like that, man.
I saw that scene on Twitter. They had a clip of it, when they killed the Han guy, anyway, whatever he's called.
Yeah, I think it was like a Mongol.
Dude, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I didn't know it was Mulan. I thought it was a tacky, a Crouching Tiger ripoff.
Yeah, I swear that's how it is. It's like
I'm like, this a really bad budget. And then someone pointed out to me that it's Mulan. I'm like, what? That is Mulan? That is oh my God, this is worse than The Lion King. At least The Lion King tried to copy the original. So I want to shout out to my friend Master Jonas 93. Hello, Katarn. Good to see you posting videos and going live again. He's a fellow Greek guy. Awesome. We have a Greek guy in the house. So thank you. And he's like, and how could you forget our language? I'm just all over the place right now. I've been focusing in English, and when I go to work and I have to fill in some forms, I'm like looking at the paperwork and I'm like, oh yeah, right. I just need some time to boot.
I have a question concerning Greek. I have a question about Greek. Yeah. So when you say like malaka, that means something like fuck off or something, right?
Yeah, listen, the word malaka has a beauty to it. It is a term of endearment. It can be an insult. It can also mean guy. Like, for example, kita to malaka, hey, look at that guy. Or you can say ela de malaka. It's like, hey man, what's up? And it's the context, the way you say it. It's how you fill your lungs. So like malaka, and you look at the guy and you just like with 5 fingers. Like it's like a curse when we actually just shove our fingers in everyone's face, like, oh nah, And so malaka has a lot of meanings, it in the proper context, it can mean the right thing.
So if let's say I don't know, man, somebody just does something that pisses me off and I'm like malaka, that would mean like fuck off or whatever.
Yeah, asshole.
Yeah.
Malakis is basically an asshole.
Can you say malakis or something like that?
Malakis is plural, yeah, because we've got a lot
plural,
of them.
right?
There's not just one, there's too many of them. Kita tus malakis, we're like, oh my God. Greek lessons, everyone. I'm going to teach you the first thing that you need to learn about a new language is the bad words. Now, if you want to say fuck you to a guy, you say ay gamiso, and then you see YouTube just completely shutting down my video. Yeah, I'm teaching people a new language, basically wanker. Yeah, he's right. John is right here. It means a wanker. It means someone that jerks off too long, but it can mean a lot of things. Like it's basically wanker, but when you like call someone a malaka, it can also mean asshole. It can also mean my friend, my buddy. Hey, malaka though. It's like, hey, it's my friend. It's the context, and I love our language because it has a lot of meanings, dude. And it's the way you hear it. And I remember when we went to the Czech Republic one day, field trip with our school. You see, it's the way we say it. I remember we went to one of the central plazas, one of the cafeterias in the central plaza of Prague. Okay, and it's really expensive there. And when you're 17, €8 for a coffee or a hot chocolate is a lot of money, dude. Okay, not just when you're 17. It was a lot of money for us, and we ended up like for 5 people, we ended up paying 40 euros. It was a lot of money. So one of my friends just looked at the waiter and said, "Timas leze malaka." It's like, are you out of your mind? And the way he said it, they didn't need to know. And everyone in Europe knows what malaka means. So they're like, "Oh my god, this guy's giving me shit." And he was like, "She doesn't understand what I'm saying." I'm like, dude, first of all, everyone knows what malaka means. And second of all, we are the most expressive people in the world. When people see you talking to them like that, us and the Italians, like, what are you talking about? Huh? People are going to understand that you're not happy and you're possibly swearing at them in their language.
True.
But yeah. So that's the word of the day, Greek word of the day.
Do you know the word here?
Here means it's like hello.
Yeah, is that like old Greek, or is that
ancient? Here.
That's like ancient Greek.
We
right?
use it in our psalms. We use it in our psalms and at church when we say here ke charitomeni, when we're talking about endearing Mary, Holy Mary. Cool Jesus' mom.
Because
she's top. Okay, she's like one of the most. She's the leading figure in our religion, dude. So when we're like, we're just praising, Holy Mary and stuff. So, Malaka, yeah, but with a K. Otherwise, it looks Spanish. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have C in Greek, so we use hard K's.
But you guys have like 3 or 4 different I sounds. Like
we got different I's, and if you understand Greek, you can understand basically every single scientific Latin-based science. Like when you hear the word cardiologist, everyone's like, well, it's a heart doctor because cardio is the heart. Okay, urologist, ura, which means urine. Give me a word. Give me any word, and I show you the root is Greek. This is our thing. In school years, we had one. Yeah, I remember those days. Like Master Jonas is like 2 years younger than me, so I do remember a time where, dude, you could go. I remember I needed 2.10 €2.10 for my lunch. That was it. That was all I needed. And I had both lunch, I had my dessert as well. I even had a cool drink. Now you can't even get a sandwich for €2. Not even close. No, nothing. Today things are expensive, and I'm a voracious eater. So yeah, it's expensive to keep me warm. But yeah. We have some pretty badass lamb here too. Like lamb chops, Greek lamb chops are the shit, dude. And I don't even eat lamb, but I can actually appreciate the premise. I'm not vegan, but I'm more of a beef and pork person myself. I eat salad like chicken sometimes or tuna, no greens whatsoever, But yeah, I mean, chicken is lightweight, dude. Speaking of Greece, I have a story to tell with The Last Jedi. This one guy that I went to college with, very good friend of mine, Star Wars fan. And it is a heartbreaking story, dude, because he knew the lore. He knew his shit inside and out. He even helped me with my fan fiction in its first stages, And we got to talking. And he told me, I saw him like 2 years after The Last Jedi. I saw him I saw him last year. I went to get my lightsaber hilt. And he was at the other side of the post office, and I was ready to show him my lightsaber hilt. And then he's like, "Oh, dude, hey, what's up?" And my dad was waiting in the car, and he's like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, did you see The Last Jedi?" I'm like, "Oh, tell me about it, dude." And he's like, "Yeah, did you love it?" I'm like, "No, it was terrible. I mean, like, did you see what they did to Luke Skywalker?" Yeah, I'm okay with that. I was holding my lightsaber, it wasn't this like a plastic bag. I'm like, "I'm not showing you my lightsaber. We can't be friends. I'm sorry. I'm not the tolerant side. I'm the toxic. So I reserve the right to be toxic." And I'm like, "So you like Luke Skywalker?" And my dad thought that I was going to, he saw the whole conversation. "You liked Luke in episode 8. And he's like, "Yeah, he was totally justified." I didn't even say goodbye. I did this. I was like looking at him. I held my finger up high and I was like, I wanted to tell him, boy, you wrong. But nothing happened. Nothing happened. I just got in the car, and my dad was like, "What was that about?" I said, "Dad, we cannot talk to those people. Okay, those people, they could sell their mothers to for a can of tuna. Okay, these people, well, yeah, dude, no, you don't want to hang out with these people." And he said, "I don't get it with this Luke Skywalker business." And I said, "Okay, Dad, let me give you this example. Imagine I was a consistent, generous person. And then suddenly I just become this asshole that no one likes for no apparent reason. Uh, what do you do?" And my dad's like, "But people do get like this." I said, "Dad, you want me to cancel you too? We don't like Luke Skywalker in episode 8, and that's that, okay? I'm not end of conversation." My dad's like, "Okay, fine. I don't know what you're talking about." I mean, like, I don't need realism in my films, please.
And it's not even realism, to be honest. Like I get what people say. Of course, people change with age, especially, but
yeah,
it was like
change,
a different
yes.
person.
Almost,
It was
I
like
don't know.
it was like an entire different person. Like the same person that the only person in the universe that saw some good in Darth Vader tried to kill his nephew because he had a feeling that his nephew might
might
have a little
bad.
bit bad in him. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like what?
Oh yeah. And we have a special someone in the
Lay
comments.
down.
The Last
What?
Jedi made my mom cry. Never forget. Oh, I cried too when I saw Luke Skywalker. I mean, I cried too. I was like, when I saw Luke Skywalker, I was like, I get to see Luke Skywalker for the first time, and he was holding the lightsaber. Like, oh my god, this is so awesome! And I wish I'd bit my tongue. He just chucks the lightsaber. I'm like, huh? I'm like, I spent $700 building that lightsaber in your honor. I left my house. I completely broke up with people, with friends, girlfriends, and family for a lightsaber that meant so much to me because I want to honor you, and you chuck it behind your back like it's nothing. Your dad's lightsaber?
Yeah.
Dude, no. Why did you bring it back in the first place in episode 7? And that's when I started thinking, maybe these two aren't consistent with each other. Maybe, I'm not sure. And I started voicing my opinions. At first, I was like, okay, yeah, but something's not right here. And then, the Fandom Menace was founded, and people were like, yeah, I think that there's something not right here. And then the name calling started. Okay, this is a roundup. Let me start with 2017, and the articles started coming. People saying, "Hey, I'm very happy to see people being bothered." Didn't you see that article? That what it said? People may not like The Last Jedi. Good,
Yeah.
like that in your Star Wars. And I was like, no, that's not the point. Okay, and we tried to keep people. We tried to tell them that, hey, there's something wrong with Luke Skywalker. And I remember they were the first offenders. They were the ones that bit our heads off on Twitter. They were like, no, he was totally consistent, and you are this, and you're an ism phobe. And then I thought to myself, no. We're going to start pushing back. And the Fandom Menace was founded on the belief that we should protect our Star Wars, reserve our right, protect our rights to actually voice our opinion. We were not going to be policed by some bullies like Angela Watercutter, like Brian Young.
Angela Watercutter.
Yeah. Think about, Brian Young, who was damn.
Brian Young.
So for me, episode 6, like Master Jonas says right here, the Luke I know after episode 6 and the EU would handle the situation much better. Yes. I remember Brian Young, before he blocked me because he's a little pussy, he blocked you. Yeah, of course he did, because Qatar man bad, opinions are toxic. And I remember he said specifically, very specifically, dude, he said that there was this question that said, what is the most ridiculous thing that Luke Skywalker could have done in the sequel trilogy? And he spitefully answered, Luke Skywalker bringing down a Star Destroyer. Why did he specifically say that? Because the fans, we, and the Menace, said that that's what we wanted to see. So it's not that they like the sequel trilogy as much as they like the fact they were spiteful against the fans. They were really spiteful. They said some horrible things. And they say that we chased Kelly Marie Tran off of Instagram. Do you know how many people were bullied off of Twitter, off of YouTube by these assholes calling us incels? You're gonna call me an incel? Really? Have you seen me? Do I look like an incel to you? Oh, but I disagree with you. Yeah.
Did you see what John Boyega said concerning the whole Kelly Mary Tran situation and stuff?
On
Where she was-
Instagram, I did not catch that story because I couldn't give a rat's ass about Kelly Marie Tran. That's how indifferent I was. But please fill us in.
They asked him about it, right? Because she was kind of bullied by the fans or whatever. And he was ice cold, man. He was ice cold. He basically just said, "Yeah, I think she was just not ready for it." You know what I mean? She just couldn't handle it. Like he took the blame off of the fans and indirectly blamed her. Because he just said, "Yeah, she couldn't handle it," and in this
Yeah.
business,
What about
you have to handle it.
Hayden Christensen got bullied. Ahmed Best got bullied by the media, and the media spun this around on us.
Yeah,
I won't forget that.
and I mean, to be honest, just look in the comments. John Boyega gets bullied. A lot of people throw some hate, man.
Yeah,
a lot of
and
hate
he,
being
and
thrown
he
at
just
him.
trolls him all day long.
And he throws it back, man. He's pro.
He's a pro. Hell, I'm so apathetic now towards Star Wars that I don't have the courage to put the films to watch anymore. I know what you feel. I know what you feel that when you see Episode 6 before 2015, you're like, this is the end. A good story. This is the end. And then you see Episode 7, and you're like, okay, let's see what continuations. What do they have to teach us now? You know, nothing. I thought I was excited. I had my head in my own ass. I was like, oh, maybe we're gonna get Kyle Katarn. I can actually hear some Lucasfilm employees laughing, taking some Legends books and actually wiping their asses with the pages of good stories. That's what they did. I thought that we were going to be getting Kyle Katarn, man. I thought that we were going to be getting a Jedi Academy, seeing Luke teach people, explore the Force, be a mentor, make mistakes, dude, make more mistakes, but not as a learner this time, as a master, expand on his character. You know what? They could cancel the sequels tomorrow. They could completely scrap them. But that was Carrie Fisher's last movie. That was Mark Hamill's last iteration of Luke Skywalker. And Harrison Ford, we know full well Star Wars, dude.
Do you just a totally off topic, but do you watch UFC at all?
We're having technical difficulties right now, my friend. Oh, we got it covered. But yeah,
Who
I
has
would-
technical what?
I had some technical difficulties right here because I don't have such good reception in my basement. Mommy, can you do some laundry for me? Oh wait, yeah, my mom is not here because she hasn't been living with me for 4 years. But anyway, so then the war got bad, okay? And I said to myself, I'm an asshole. I can put that to good use. I can insult people like crazy. And looking back at the nasty shit I've said to people, dude, it's crazy how I have not been banned on Twitter. And people have said far less and got banned for nothing. So all these insults, all this stupid shit that I said to people, finally, it was justified. I know that for a fact, dude. I feel completely justified. I'm happy. I can sit back and relax now because everything that I've said, my points finally came across. Daisy Ridley just had to come and say, you know what? There was no plan. Kathleen Kennedy was a big fat liar. She was a big fat liar. And she's exposed and she has nowhere to go. And we're right. We were right all along. That's it. We won. We can take our blood-soaked armor and our shields and swords, wipe them off, and just put them aside and let them rust because I'm not fighting this anymore. I'm done. 100%.
I want to see that, man.
Yeah.
Sure you're done?
Yeah, and then I see the next stupid thing on Twitter. I'm like, no, it's not over. You know?
But have you ever been just not perma banned, but like
Banned?
banned for like a day or something?
Yeah. It started with a day, and then I don't know what it's next again. Yeah.
Because
Oh,
I've been
oh,
even I've been banned for like a day, and I once even for 3 days, I think. And
yeah.
bro, you know me, I don't even like insult people or anything. It's just people can't handle opinions, and I don't know, man. Get their
Hey,
followers to
I made a parody.
support me.
I made a parody the other day, which was talking about the toxicity on take a look at this. Hi, I'm so and so. I'm a Twitter Star Wars fan, and I believe that all Star Wars is good Star Wars. So I make shady comparisons and polls and gatekeep anyone with opposing views. Ask my good friend Revert. I'm not going to say the name. We're great at gatekeeping fans like true hypocrites. Other than that, I'm very tolerant about differing opinions unless you disagree with me. That means that you're an alt-right, who supporter, and I wouldn't wish harm on people, but these people should die. I'm a hardcore fan for nearly 2 years now, so I really know my Star Wars, and Chewbacca must be my favorite Jedi. Like, I'm just taking them out of context comedically, and I love it.
Damn,
So, I
good.
never trust a bartender with bad grammar. That means that someone knows Kyle Katarn and his journey. And yeah, never, and he was a chiss too, like Thrawn. Honorable Jedi's. I remember that game. I loved it so much. Um, I would have loved to see Teacher Luke. Yeah, especially you would have loved Teacher Luke because you can relate. Luke would have been an amazing teacher. I'm writing him in my fan fiction now to be one of the best badass teachers out there. And I try not to touch upon Leia and Han Solo that much. Like Luke Skywalker, you got a bit of him in the games. You did get a bit of Han and Leia, but I didn't really like it because you didn't get that much Han and Leia in the pre-Disney era. You got to see more Luke, like in Jedi Academy games. You got to
Yeah.
see interact with other people, and it's amazing how people took Luke Skywalker as a cameo in the Jedi Academy games, and even Kyle Katarn, who was technically a badass Jedi, needed guidance by who? None other than Luke Skywalker. He's like, I'm just telling. He's like, he needs his lightsaber. He left it at the Yavin Temple, so he's like, are you saying I can't be trusted? And Luke says, I'm saying let go of your anger before it destroys you. And I'm like, dude, this guy is a negotiator. He's the son of Padme Amidala. After all, he's got that diplomatic ability. After all, he's a good Jedi like his dad, and he's a great diplomat like his mother. And that's what I wanted to implement. I want people to feel that, yes, this is the son of Padme Amidala. I want him to discover his heritage. That's what I'm doing. That's what Star Wars is about, discovering your heritage, And it's so sad that they missed the point. They just missed the point. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah. Did you hear about the Sims 4 Star Wars update?
Simps. Oh, I know all about Simps, my friend.
But did you hear about the Star Wars update?
No.
Well, tell me, bro. They actually released a new expansion pack for this game, Sims, and it's Star Wars, and you have Star Wars characters, and you can build your own Star Wars house and have Star Wars relationships and pets and whatever.
Oh, cool.
It's literally
awesome.
like Sims set in the Star Wars universe.
That would be awesome. But now people are
No, I'm
not
not kidding you. It's already out, bro. It just came out last week.
cool. I'm not a Sims player that much, but I can understand the premise.
I don't know, man. I find it's weird, to be honest.
Do you know what I'm gonna be doing? I said I'm gonna be doing some positive shit on my channel, so I have a few lightsaber videos to make, and I made this announcement earlier. I'm going to be posting it later on my channel individually, but I've got some new lightsaber projects coming up for 2021. It's a Darth Maul staff with a coupler that you can have two individual lightsabers, both fitted with their own electronics there, and and a dark saber that I want to work on. It's a very tricky project, very tricky hilt. And yeah, it's gonna be a challenge. But yeah, the dark saber is gonna be enjoyed.
You like
Uh,
Prevista's Dark Saber or what?
Exactly that one. Sims or Sims? Oh, you would know about Sims. She would know definitely about Sims, dude.
Yeah,
Speaking of
Sims,
Sims,
like the game Sims.
I
Have-
know, but right now
Yeah.
it's turned into Sims with a P at the end. Too many Sims, dude, on Twitter. Too many, and I see that on the Fandom Menace too. This is something that I also wanted to address. I want to thank Shell here that brought it to my mind. Th- what constitutes a simp is not just people fawning over other women. I'm talking about people that treat other guys like shit. And there's this one guy who is relevant to the dark saber. I'm not going to say, and he's a little cuckoo up here. So some people know who I'm referring to. And all he does all day on Twitter is he says that he's a Star Wars fan. I've never seen him discuss Star Wars lore. I've never seen him profess anything about Star Wars. And he just takes a giant shit over my brothers and sisters in the Fandom Menace. And some people have gotten so butthurt lately. Fandom Menace started out as, a Star Wars community. And what happened is that we had some lovely additions to the to our little community.
Yeah.
But what happened? What happened is that some people got thirsty. So this is the cure to simping, everyone. This is what you do. Look, when you're feeling thirsty and you're fawning for a girl, make sure that you apply some air to yourself, preferably from a fan or air conditioning. And look. It's very simple. The cure to simping. Drink water, you're thirsty. C words. I'm not going to say it. But yeah. And what I'm trying to get to is right now, you see how they treat guys like, me and you out there, and they treat people like shit. And some others, they're the elitist simps. They're like, ooh, I'm not going to acknowledge General Catan because he doesn't even have 500 subscribers. But when it's a hot girl,
Oh
even,
yeah.
yeah, when it's
I
a hot girl, it's like, yeah, it could even be a dude, on the other
Yeah.
side. If it's a hot avatar of a girl, ooh, they just lose it. And the best part of it is when like I've seen this happen in real life. Like I had this friend of mine who no one liked at school. He was a good guy, but he kept to himself, and I appreciated the guy. And I used to hang out with him. And after high school graduation, he went to study in Athens. And Athens, dude, is a melting pot of a lot of beautiful people there. And he scored this wonderful girl, okay, beautiful, wonderful girl. And what happened was he returned one day, for Christmas with her, and he showed her around. The people that were making fun of him, that were calling him names, they came like dogs. They're like, hey, man, how are you doing, man? Such a long time. Dude, I haven't seen you. Hey, who's your girlfriend? Why don't you introduce me to your girlfriend? I've never seen her before. I am this. So I would do what I did with Star Wars because I was treated the same way as I would do with girls. I'd be like, so, hey, this one guy, remember, we were watching The Force Awakens. We were in the theater, and he bullied me so much at school. And I saw him in the theater the other day, and he was like, hey, so he wanted to impress some girls that he was with. So, hey, tell me, what is Star Wars about? And I said, Star Wars is about this big ass cactus that you need to shove up your ass, and you need to twist it a little bit so you can actually feel the needles do their magic, And it was like, dude, why are you talking shit about me? I said, you know what? This is for junior high. Okay, let me start you off with this little finger, and then we can continue with a cactus. You hypocritical motherfucker. I'm not telling you anything about Star Wars. I'm going to tell your friends about Star Wars. And so what I did, basically, I'm Mr. Steal Your Man. I made him sit on the other side, and I was talking to his girls. Okay, and one of them was particularly his sister. I didn't go after the girls. I just wanted to get in under his skin. And they were like, oh, Star Wars is so cool. And I said, you should read this book. You should watch this movie, this and that. And he looked at me like, oh my God, I can't believe that knowing Star Wars would be so useful to socializing with girls one day. I normalized that here in my hometown.
Yeah.
People who make fun of my lightsabers on Twitter, I know people that have nothing to do with Star Wars. And when they see my lightsaber lit up, they're like, holy shit, can I take a picture with your lightsaber? Dude, I'm like, making Star Wars awesome. That's me. That's what I do. It's my thing.
Good job, man. Good job.
And for those simps out there that have been treating a specific someone like shit in this community, I know very specific. No one's talking about that specific someone has reached to people, and there's some people good enough in this community.
Yo, something's wrong with
Reached
your
back.
ear.
And some others thought that they were too cool for school. So what's going to happen is that when the simpening happens, everyone's going to be like, "Hey, man, what's up, dude?" And that's when that guy is going to go. You remember Mr. Bean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Kind of like.
I think your connection is bad, man.
I know it's bad. I'm telling you, my Wi-Fi is falling apart.
Because sometimes I don't know, the connection is cutting off.
I know it's been
for like a second or something.
The story of my life, and I'm the only person using Wi-Fi here. Like if I had the rest of my family, I'd have to go off of mobile data. But yeah, so next Star Wars projects going on. I think that I'm going to be revisiting some of the old good stuff, the good old Legends, the good old Republic Commando games. You know, it's not just the game; it's the experience of it. Just walking through it, some fantastic story. And there is good Star Wars out there. Not all of it is good. Trevor. Not all of it is good. Most of it is good. Legends is good because people actually gave a shit a long time ago.
Well, Trevor doesn't acknowledge Legends, right? When he says all Star Wars is good, he's just referring to Disney.
It's too good. It's too good of a story. It's too good. You can't have that. It's too intellectual for him, you know. So I think that the solution for Trevor's a PMS to stop, so that he stops menstruating like a little girl, is to actually get him a girl or a boyfriend. I don't know what his taste is.
To be honest, like I don't even want to be too mean to this kid because isn't he like 16 or something? I think he's like really young, right?
Oh yeah, he's young enough to play the victim, but he's old enough to call me a transphobic cracker. I am actually saying that on live YouTube. He called me that. He called me a transphobic cracker, which is slur for white guy. Last time I checked, Trevor, you weren't Asian, you weren't black, you were white as milk.
Bro, this guy is like, his name is Trevor. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's like, dude, it's like a black guy calling me the N-word.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? No, it's like, no, that's not it. But it's like, where is this coming from, dude? Like, what the hell? Because I disagreed with him. That's the
thing. Damn.
You haven't been resting properly. You haven't been resting properly.
No. No, man. I haven't. I haven't at all.
So let me catch up on some comments here. Sims 4, yeah, it's total garbage. Yeah, I am really not that interested in Sims. I'm more into a more genre thing. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I know. General Katarn is lagging. Of course, he is. And my boy Pete's here. Hail to you too, man. I was on his channel the other day. He was kind enough to feature me on his channel. We had a lot of fun. And that's one of the things. There was another guy on there. It's a vase production. We had a friendly disagreement. And because we're both intellectuals, we can disagree and still be friends at the end of the day. Magic. I know, right? Yeah, it happens. You can disagree with someone and you don't have to fall apart.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Bro, you wanted to talk about the Champions League. Let's get off of Star Wars for a bit.
Yeah, this is something that Americans are not gonna appreciate that much.
Yeah, bro.
But we don't care. This is a European stream. But yeah.
Just kidding.
Bayern, dude, live long and prosper to those guys. And Barcelona sold Rakitic so fast. They needed change, dude. They needed hot change.
I was hoping for Messi to leave, man.
So yeah, that was awesome. Barcelona is falling apart. That makes me happy. I'm content.
Me too. But
Yeah.
Messi's still there. You know that sucks. He should have
And
left.
that's the thing. He's still there and he ain't doing nothing.
It's true. He's the only good player though.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Being the only good player in a bad team sucks. So I can't wait to see where he goes next.
Yeah, we'll
Break
see, man.
up, break it up, break it up, break it up. Finally, after cheating for so many years, they cheated so bad all these years. But anyway, so what are you looking? What are you looking forward to Star Wars wise, like Mandalorian?
To be honest, I'm not really looking forward to Mandalorian a lot because I
feel you.
can't imagine like everything they have planned, all the characters that you know are supposed to return. I just can't imagine them doing it in a good way that I would like it. I don't know. Maybe it's just because Disney hasn't done much to earn my trust, but I don't know.
You and me too, brother.
We'll see, I guess. Even Ahsoka, I mean, you know me, man. Ahsoka is my favorite character, but
Oh,
I'm
I'm
not
afraid. I'm afraid of what they're gonna do to her. I'm like,
yeah,
don't touch
me too.
Ahsoka.
I'm so afraid. I'm not excited to see her at all.
Yeah, I'm scared to be honest. Our league starts tomorrow. Yeah, the Greek Super League is starting tomorrow. So yeah, hey, Yanni Pesman,
Oh,
my
yeah,
leg.
cool. Yeah, in Germany, Bundesliga is also starting tomorrow, I think.
Probably Olympiacos or PAOK because Panathinaikos is old news, man.
Olympiacos Piraeus,
Yep, they
Yeah.
did good against Wolves, man. They should have.
they're
Yeah,
pretty good.
they're
Wait
pretty
a minute,
good.
didn't what's his name, man? This ex Bayern player, Rafinha, the Brazilian. Didn't he like is he playing in Greece now?
That is something that I don't know. Panathinaikos could
Yes.
change their logo tomorrow. I wouldn't notice. PAOK. Oh yeah, so I'm guessing Thessaloniki. Yeah, PAOK. Man, Thessaloniki is one of the most beautiful parts of Greece, dude. I went there last year to my cousin, and he said, "You're only gonna stay here for a week." Narrator. He did not stay there for a week. He ended up staying there for a whole month, and I
Yeah.
did. It was, dude, it was beautiful. One of the best people that I've ever seen. Northern people are the equivalent of Southern people, American, American Southerns. Northern Greeks are the equivalent of that, dude. They are warm, welcoming people. Dude, they're badass. Okay. I've never had any problems with these guys. They're sweethearts. I mean, like, you can't get mad at a guy from Thessaloniki. Like, hey, you know what? They're chill. Welcoming.
Yeah.
And I love that.
It's right by the water, right?
Yeah.
Nikki?
I'm hoping that I could visit, but Thessaloniki is like 7 hours away from where I stay, dude. It's like a very long trip, but it's worth it. But Thessaloniki, it's a wonderful place. But we've got some pretty cool places here too. Like we have our Venetian castle. Did I say Jesus? I'm speaking 6 different languages in my head. We have a Venetian castle right. You can actually see it from my house, and it's a beautiful, beautiful castle. And dude, there's like these like narrow passages that lead all the way to the castle, and they're spread out throughout the whole town. Like you can get to that castle through a lot of walkways, hidden walkways there, and it's pretty awesome. So
From what
yeah.
province are you again in Greece?
I am from a town called Nafpaktos, land of Alexander the Great here. Yep, that's true. Nafpaktos, guys, basically, when you say the word navy and nafs, it basically means the same thing. So Nafpaktos is ancient Greek for shipyard. And that is where I consider ourselves traders in the Peloponnesian War. Everyone in Western Greece was either neutral or allied with the Spartans, and Naupaktos was actually building ships for Athens' fleet. And everyone knows that I'm pro-Spartan.
Really?
Absolutely, dude. I'm not a boy lover. Those boy lovers, like the same 300, dude. I mean, like, I want to see Athenians ass like that.
We're
No.
way more advanced, though, in the sense of their minds.
Yeah. They had Pericles. Yeah, they invented democracy. Whatever. Yeah, I see how well that's working on today. I see how well that is working in the world. So let me just give you guys a tour of Nafaktos. I just want to show you guys that where I live is pretty real, and I've never actually got to show where I live. And it's a town in Greece.
But what's the province like, or the state in which it's located? What's it called?
It's called Etoloakarnania. It's too big, so let's call it Nafaktos, you know. So let me share my screen once more, and let's share some pretty positive stuff. So yes, now I'll learn how to share screen. Let's do this. Here we go. So I'm sharing the screen, and this, guys, is my hometown. This is it. This is Nafaktos. Show me the picture, damn it. There we go. This basically is what you would see in the Venetian castle. Okay, this is where I drive through every single day. If you follow my mouse, I drive through here every single day to go to work. This is what I get to see. This port, all these beautiful houses. This is my home. You know.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's not set up like this is what you actually see. The waters in Greece are amazing. This is a drone shot, which looks fantastic, and this is the entirety of it. Okay, now there we go. So if you see this right here, over here at the top where you see all that greenery, that is the Venetian castle. Okay, now imagine so many paths from the town all the way leading all the way up to the castle. It's fucking fantastic, dude. And the beaches are nice and clear. And
The water is beautiful, man.
yeah, there is so much to explore in this. It's a little town. And where you see on the left-hand side, that is basically, you know, that's where I come from. You know, I live just like 2 minutes outside of the city.
Nice.
And it's a wonderful drive. And then I go to work, and then I see some more sea there. I just, you know, I'm gonna brag about it, but Greece, dude, has some pretty awesome places to visit. And I do commend you guys. Like, if you have someone that you could visit in Greece, I suggest that you do so because it's amazing. Master Jonas, you have family there too. That's cool, dude. That's awesome. Well, basically, I'm pretty sure, yeah, everyone somehow has a connection to Nafaktos. Every year, every summer, you get to see people and families come here, and you're like, where the fuck are you from? And they're like, oh, my dad's from here. And I'm like, who are you again? And they're like, oh, my dad is the brother of the guy who sat, who lived there. He's the brother of the sister of my cousin's uncle's dad. And just basically, yeah, the thing with Greeks is that we're all somehow related. You know, if you just trace your family tree, you're just going to be like, oh, yeah, I've got family there, which is cool.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are a pretty ancient culture, and
yep,
ancient culture in a relatively small area, so you're bound to be connected somehow.
Yeah, but that can also be a bad thing. Like, for example, I prefer, like, I love Greek culture a lot, but like one of the negative things about Greek people is that, yeah, like you can have someone, like you can have a friend or a family member that can be intrusive. Like you would never go to the United States or Germany or Italy, no, maybe Italy, but like you'd never go to a Western country, for example, and go to someone's house unannounced, knock on their door and say, hey, I'm here, let's hang out. No, you have to call, you have to make plans for that first. In Greece, he's already walked in your lawn, open your front door practically, and he's like, hey, I'm here, and you could be in the shower, and he's gonna be like, I'm gonna sit on the couch, just don't come out with your dick or something, just put a towel over it and put on some clothes and let's hang out. That can be fun. It can be fun, but sometimes it's just, yeah, all over the place. I'm not taking shit on my culture. I love my Greek culture so much, but sometimes it's an issue with privacy. And if you're like going to get married,
every culture is going to have its cons, man. It's normal.
Yeah, pretty much so. But look, for a Greek, I'm pretty Greek, but I'm also pretty like Westernized. Like, I had like a discussion the other day with some friends, and they were like, I can't believe that you think this way, dude. Like you're Greek, but you're not 100% traditionally Greek. I'm like, oh, okay. But that's fine because
What does that mean, anyways? You know what I mean? Like, can't you think on your own just because
oh,
you're?
I can.
You
What
know
what
what I'm
that
saying?
means, what that means. Like, let me give you an example. I know a lot of people that would get married and they would move in. This is a very Greek thing, which is something that I'm dead against. And Master John is, I'm pretty sure that he can know that. He knows that and he can agree with that. Greeks are very tightly wound, and that is not a bad thing, but it can also be a detriment. Like when your family is too close and you need some privacy to yourself, that can be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Okay? Like for instance, there is this epidemic of guys my age getting married at the age of 40 with a girl that's 10 years younger than him, because they spent their 20s and 30s just horsing around all their life. Okay, and they're dependent on their moms and dads. They stay in their family houses. I'm staying in my family houses, but I'm like, I try to contribute as much as I can, paying utilities. My house needed repainting. I just helped as much as I possibly could. Okay. But then you would have, like, for example, you'd have like your mother next door and she'd like come inside your kitchen. She's going to be like, I cooked for my house. I'm going to cook for you too. Now, that doesn't work for me. And like, oh, well, what's wrong? Your mom's coming over. I'm like, yeah, that's a problem. Like I'm a 30-year-old man. I can't have my mom coming over. I might want to let it hang. I'm like, Mom, you saw my birthday suit when I was born and when I was baptized, and that's enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But all in all, it's okay. I'm still proud of my culture. I'm very proud of how patriotic we are. I'm very proud of how close we are together as people, as friends, and that is something that makes me really happy with people here in Greece. I have got some wonderful friends. I can count them on 3 fingers right here, and I don't need more. Okay, the rest are spare. I love my friends so much. They have been there for me. I've been there for them. And one thing is that if I ask anything of them or they ask anything of me, which is in the proper context and it's not like completely ridiculous, like, oh, I need $1 million, I help them and they help me. And that's one of the wonderful things about Greek culture. That
Better
and
to have
figs
3
and
good
August,
friends
dude.
than 20
What?
fake friends. It's better to have 3 good, like, real friends than like 20 fake friends. You know what I mean?
Oh, you have no idea.
A lot
You
of
have
people have so many friends, but none of them are actually really friends.
Yeah. One thing that Master John says here, and he's absolutely right. He says, I kind of agree with you, but our situation has changed a bit. Now it takes us almost 20 years to find a stable job. It is difficult. Yes, it is difficult. But you know what? I think that Greeks are too pampered. Like, we know that we have our mom and dad's businesses out there, so they don't push themselves enough. I remember when I was a kid, uh, to leave my homestead. I wanted to go out. I just wanted to do my own thing. And I still do. Like, a lot of people follow wrong with that. You can follow your family business. You can follow what your father set up for you. But that's not how I roll. That is where I differ as a Greek person. Like, my dad is in Africa and he's got his business down there set up and stuff. And I appreciate what he's done for my family. He has made so much sacrifices, and I could never say shit. But I can't live there. I lived there. I lived there for about almost 7 months. I tried, and I just gave up because I know what to give up on, and I wanted to do my own thing, and I've been doing so uh, for the past 3 years, 4 years. I've been trying to stand on my own, and every year I make one step closer to achieving my goal. And hopefully, this is the last step that I have to take. When I'm done here, I'm gonna be transferred to another branch regarding my profession, which is a good thing. Which means that I'm gonna miss my home, but sometimes you just need to spread your wings. And for me, at this age, it's been too long, because you see like in Germany, for example, it's not the same thing. You work there from the age of 18. You're independent, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's true. People work here pretty young.
Mm-hmm. And they rent their own houses. They have their own car. They have their own salary, and that is something that we want to do here. But things are difficult on the one hand. But I believe that if you really really want to push, really, you're gonna find a way.
Yeah, it's like I said, a lot of stuff. It's always a mix, right? It's never black and white. Of course, the situation is fault as well, and a lot of stuff are out of control. And you as an ordinary person can't really do anything about it. But a lot of things are also in your own hand. You know what I mean? Like you said, um,
Absolutely.
and that's something a lot of leftists. And I don't want to be political here, but a lot of people these days they don't seem to acknowledge that good economies are not just made of, by corporations that live off of other poor countries and stuff like that. That's not how it works. Like, let's take Germany for example. Germany was broke as fuck, man, after the Second World War. And the reason that Germany became an economic powerhouse again was because the mentality of the German people is like to work all day and make as much money as possible to, you know,
Well, the
make
thing is,
yourself
after
your own
World War
home,
II,
whatever.
you guys had a quick reform. We had a civil war after that. We had Turkey invade Cyprus in 1974. We had a lot of shit going on. We had a dictatorship. So Greece's growth was pretty much stunted. And then the Socialist Party came along and said, hey, we've got money for y'all. Let's throw some money on you. And
Yeah, of
Greece,
course.
who had never seen money before in their lives, were like, yeah, gimme. They were starving after a world war, a civil war. They were
Yeah,
like, they were
Greece has
starving.
always been, or mostly been,
War torn.
by,
War torn is the word.
but also governed by leftist politics, right? Mostly.
Yeah. We had a socialist regime up until 2008. Then we had a more libertarian to liberal. The scale started going from left, and it started like shifting through the years, and now we're more centrist to right leaning. Now the damage has already been done. We are knee deep in debt. We spent money that wasn't ours, that we didn't have. But you know what? I
Yeah, what's his
don't.
name? Tsipras, right? Tsipras?
Yeah, Tsipras. But before Tsipras, we had Papandreou. We had Simitis. They were the
Yeah.
ones that said, "Hey, take loans." They would go to the government and they'd say, "I remember." They would go. Let me give you an example. If you were a farmer and you had, let's say, 50 acres of land, and you had like, let's say, not 50 acres of land. Let's say that you had 100 orange trees, and you needed a what's the word I'm looking for? You needed an endorsement. You needed some money. You needed to invest in that. Okay, and you went to the government and said, "Hey, I have 50 orange trees or 100 orange trees." Now,
Yeah.
some smartasses out there went and said, you know, you can register anything you want. So what people did was they had, like, let's say 10 orange trees, and they would go on their forms and they would lie so that they could get a grant of the equivalent of 1,000 trees. So they would get the money for that. But what they did with that money, they did not invest it in their farms. They didn't grow. They still had 10 orange trees. And we were part of the problem. Our people, our grandfathers and our fathers were part of the problem. Like, they spent so much money ridiculously recklessly, dude. It was horrible. I don't want to get political, but I see what happened to my country. I don't care if it was the left, the right, the up, the down. People spent money that they didn't have, okay, greedily. So it's not, people like accusing the government, but they don't like looking back at themselves, how they cheated the system, how they cheated the
Oh, yeah.
government.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean when I say it's also about the people themselves. Like you said, Germany had a reform, but a lot
They
of
also
countries
worked hard for it.
have reforms. You know what I mean? there's still a mentality like if I compare Canada, for instance, to Germany, Canada is also a Western country, right?
Yeah.
But the work mentality in Germany is different, bro. It's different. It's not like
Yeah.
in Canada or in
No, I know. Some of my
crazy.
friends were like, I'm going to Germany. And I said, if you go to Germany, they said, I found this job that pays me like 3,500 euros a month. And they
Yeah.
thought that we were going to be working like we do here in Greece, barely, and get a handsome salary. And I said, if you're going to go to Germany, forget drinking ouzo by the beach. Forget your off days. Forget the fact that you're going to be going out every night. Forget your friends. Forget the lifestyle that you have here. This is a Greek thing. You're going to be working from day to night.
It's true. You work.
And when he went, he came back after a year because he wasn't used to working hard.
Yeah.
They weren't used to working hard.
And that's the mentality. And I don't know, man. I mean, there's a shift here as well because all the young people in Germany as well, they're all lazy. So,
our
there's
youngsters now realize they need to get out of the house, so things are changing.
here it's the opposite, man. Here it's the young people are all getting lazy, and nobody really wants to work hard anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but you have to have both, man. You have to have a functioning government, and you have to have people that are
Look,
good with money.
I'm not advocating for the government, but I'm also telling the story. I'm also telling people's stories, people how they cheated the government. Yeah, socialist promise, utopia, and deliver squalor. Unfortunately, so far I've seen that to be true. Okay, I wanted to be apolitical for many years, but unfortunately things are changing, and I think Biden is the papandero of the USA. I really agree with that. I agree 100%. And again, Pete's here is like, yeah, the younger generation is in the US is lazy as fuck. It's not just in the US, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere in the West. Yeah,
Entitled little shits that don't want to work.
that's going to be the fall of the West. I'm telling you.
Yep. No,
Yeah.
hey, we're still young. We're the last of the last, you know. We can pull this thing back together.
Yeah, we can't do it by ourselves.
Oh, they're gonna learn.
China.
Oh yeah. Bring them on. I prefer a straight fight to all the sneaking around. But you know what? Let them try. Let them. They did it again with the Soviet Union. I remember Albania was like, we in China, we are. And that didn't last long.
Well, in China or like let's say all the East Asian countries, it's kind of I don't know. I call it the forced Germany because what they're doing is they have all this pressure and they're forcing the people to work so much and to study so much and what's happening there is the same thing that happened to Germany like 50 years ago, just it's happening even faster, but it's all forced. It's all forced by society. Nobody really wants to do it. And I know that because I personally met people from South Korea and places like that. And they told me they have no free time, like that doesn't even exist. Like they don't know what free time is. You know what I
Japan.
mean?
Japan.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Doesn't exist there, man. They like they have school until like 7 p.m. Not 7, sorry, 5 p.m. And then they go, they go home, they eat something, and then they have like piano lessons until like 7, and then they have like I don't know clarinet lessons until 8, and then
Can you answer me a question in Germany? Do you guys have like after school classes? Like for example, do you have like tutors to help you with what you learned at school?
as part of, you mean like private or as part of like
Yeah, like for example, your kid needs help with math and you hire a tutor, or you
Yeah.
send it to a class with 2 or 3 students that are tutored by one teacher.
Yeah.
Okay, we call that like it's like a teenage daycare today if you think about it, and it has gotten so bad in Greece. We are second to Japan in after school classes. We're second to Japan, where I remember we were doing physics, we were doing science, guys, and I had our teacher. He was sitting back in his chair, and he was like, "Listen, you can sit in the classroom. I'm not going to show you anything. You're going to do this in after school class. Let your teachers over there take care of it." I'm like, "Oh, what?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what one of them told me. They said, you're gonna figure it out, after school." I'm like, and they were supposed to prepare us for the equivalent of our SATs, the exams that would shape our future. And in 2010, dude, 2010 was the last Jedi of exams for us. Our expectations were completely subverted and shoved up our ass. I won't forget that. I won't forget. You give 6 subjects. Okay, you are examined in 6 subjects, and those people you get 3 professors that grade your paper, and usually they're supposed to be in accord, because if you're consistent with something and they know what you're writing, they're going to be like, I think I like what he said, so I'm going to give him, like, for example, an A. I didn't like what he said, I'm going to give him a B. And the other guy's going to be like, I'm somewhere in between, B plus. So you get a score like there. So what we got here, I got an A from one professor, a D from another one, and the other one gave me a C. What do you make of that? They just didn't even grade our papers at all. I found that out years later, that they just don't grade papers. They just don't care. So I wrote my heart out. I studied. I got anxious. I lost sleep so that I could impress 3 professors that didn't even check my work at all. They just randomly put a grade there, and they were like, okay, yeah, fuck off. Just run along. It's just another year for me, another salary. You're not going to get a job. That's not my problem, because I'm going to retire in 3 years from now, so I don't give a damn. And they completely fucked our future. And that's when I was lucky. I was one of the very lucky few, because I aced biology, and it became my field. STEM is my field, and I remember I was looking through schools, and I said, what am I going to do? And then I saw it. Fisheries and aquaculture management. And I remember the woman that was supposed to help me pick a college. She said, this is the future, trust me. Okay, I didn't know what the future was. I really wanted just to get the hell out of my house and like live in college. And there wasn't a rubric for them to follow. Oh, no, nothing. We had no guidance. We had nothing. We would see the names of schools that we didn't know. And, Greek, even sometimes for us, Greek there are some fancy ass school names. Like, for example, if you wanted to study to become an eye doctor, they called it, optic scoptometry. And it sounds like you basically invent eyes. I'm like, what the fuck is this? We were not guided at all. We did not have any guidance. We did not have anyone to guide us. Nowhere, nothing at all. Okay. STEM for the win. Yeah. Okay. Science, technology, engineering, mathematics. I think that's what it stands for. And so I'm in the science department, and I do not regret the day that I actually applied for aquaculture management. And when I went to that school, I remember there were another 150 applicants there, of which 50 quit on the first day. They're like, fuck this. I'm not going to smell like fish. That's what they said. And then every day it became like a reality show where every week you would always have someone that left. You're no longer in the running to be America's next top model. So you'd be like, you're no longer in the running to being Greece's next top fish pathologist,
Yeah.
And I remember the day when we first did anatomy. We had this professor, a very tall, lanky, skinny guy, and he just pulled an anchovy on his finger, on his hand right here, and he had a lancet. He completely just he opened that fish up on his fucking hand, not even his palm, on the outside, just over his wrist, and he just completely performed an incision. And he's like, okay, yeah, I need you to do this. I need you to organize the organs and stuff. Someone physically threw up. I remember they were like, and there were girls going, "Ooh, disgusting." And my professor was like, "Yeah, I want to see what you're gonna do when your husband actually says, 'Hey, honey, can you cook some fish?'" Ooh, I'm not gonna be cooking. Okay, I can understand some people don't cook, but he was like, "How can you be a fish pathologist when you're disgusted of fish. It's like going to be a doctor and saying, "Ooh, I can't see a human heart. That's disgusting." No. And when I saw it, I was like, dude, I was mesmerized. I smelled like shit for 3 weeks. I won't forget it. My mom said, "You smell like you fell in a bucket full of anchovies." And I was really knee deep in fish, dude. I was like studying so hard. And I remember there was like this our teacher, there was this like technique where we had to get these what they call otoliths. So basically at the back of the fish's skull, there's like these two tubes, and underneath there's a spinal cord, and you need to make like a 45-degree incision with your lancet and stuff, and it was awesome. And I removed them. I completely massacred the fish's head. It looked like it had a freak accident. It was like this, but I managed to get the otoliths out, and I said, "What is this for?" And I stayed after class, and he said, "This is how you determine the fish's age, because it has rings like a tree on it." And he said, if you measure the spacing between the rings, you can determine how fast or how slow it grows, and you can determine what season it was in, how old it is, when it was born, when it died. And dude, it was so fucking interesting. And at the first year, I did not want to do anything with it because my friends were mocking me, I remember. And as an 18-year-old kid, you're like, I don't want to do that. I want to go somewhere that sounds cool, And some guys went to be mathematicians, and they can't solve for fucking X. They can't solve shit. So I said to myself, this is my one chance. I said I'm going to be the best at it. At least try to be the best. And I think I got the 8th best score in my class because I was jerking off. Like fourth semester. I didn't even go to school. I didn't even do anything. I was just, wasting time. But yeah. So yeah, that's how I became a fish pathologist, and I just love my job. I love anything to do with aquaculture, wetlands, anything. So my job basically covers everything. Anything, anywhere there's water, dude. Anywhere there's water, even in here, there's some science. There's some shit that I can actually do in here. Like, I'll be like, oh yeah, I can drink this water. So yeah, I'm very happy. And you are going to be one of the best badass lawyers. I know you are.
Hopefully.
Yeah, you can be the Harvey Dent. Just don't melt half of your face, okay? And just don't kill Batman. We love Batman. You can be his attorney, the White Knight.
We'll see, man. I've been thinking of maybe working in the field of artificial intelligence.
AI.
Yeah, because there's not really much going on there in the sense of laws, and
Yeah.
it's kind of a relatively new field, and it's something that's going to be really important in the near future. I mean, it's already starting to be really important, but it's just going to be more and more important in the future. And I don't know. I recently started a seminar. What's it called? The use of AI in automatic weapon systems, and also I think other military uses. Like I think we
Dude,
also talked about like
we need to
war
build
robots
up environments, dude.
and all like the legal problems, right? The ethical problems and legal problems.
That's where you come in. That's where
Yeah.
your field comes in, dude. Yeah,
There's
ethics.
different things you can do. You can, for example, German constitutional law, but also international
You
human.
could create new laws around this, dude. You could be the pioneer of this.
Well, I don't think pioneer, but yeah, one of the pioneers. One of maybe.
Well, yeah. If you want to be modest, yeah. But go for it, dude. If you can innovate in your field, okay. I'm also looking to take a massive undertaking in my field. Like maintaining and preserving wetlands is a big undertaking. Okay, because you're fighting against natural causes, man-made causes, and it can still be done. Can it be done? It can, but that's the thing. You should push for it, dude. This is fantastic. You could basically create new laws around AI, like any British-speaking AI can be, like you have to call him Jarvis. Okay, you have to make an Iron Man suit for me, dude. You have to legalize that shit.
Well, it definitely has to. I mean, even right now, like even if you go to like Oxford Library and shit, most books on AI are like philosophical books where they talk about like ethical
Yeah.
problems. I mean, ethical problems are of course important because
It's like cloning too.
right laws are created because of those ethical problems, but
Mhm.
there's hardly any legal literature on AI.
Yeah,
So
write that shit.
yeah,
Write it. Pioneer. That's it. Just if you don't believe it, you're not going to do it. So start thinking about it. Um,
I'm actually writing a 40-page paper on it, um, but it's only due February next year.
no, do you know what? I'd suggest you start. If you do like one page at a time and review the whole thing. I'm telling you, when I did my dissertation, it was about 50 pages long, and I said I've got time. 6 months later, I don't have time. It
I
takes
know,
time.
I know. It's going to be my third like long paper. I already wrote two other 130 and 140-page paper, and takes a long time, man. Takes a long
Mhm.
time,
It
especially
does. It does. The research,
probably,
dude, is murder.
probably was the same with you, but like in science, it's probably the same thing. You have to do so much research, and you have to have like so many citations per
My
page. Crazy. Like we even have like a limit. You have like a minimum of citations you have to have per page.
Yeah, I know. When I was doing my dissertation, which my professor that undertook it with me presented it at the University of Stirling in Scotland. They're like the bee's knees of pathology, and they're like, "Oh, I say," Um, there were. It took a lot. It took a lot. I'm telling you, I had to do research, so much research in vaccines and stuff, because that's my field, pathology, right now. What I'm doing at work, I'm basically vaccinating fish. Okay, so if fish can get vaccines, so can we. But anyway, um, and I had to basically come up with a solution for basically a form of tuberculosis that fish in the north get, like salmon. And I used data from an actual bacterial disease that we have here called fibrosis, and I used the data from the disease that we have here and from the disease that they have there, and I tried to compare it. And I know that the water temperatures were different and stuff, and they said that it was insightful and that they might look into it. And all I ever asked, I said, like, is my paper going to be mentioned and stuff if they ever use it? And according to the scientific community, because this was a scientific paper, it is supposed to be like you have to mention your sources. I did it, and they're going to have to do it too. So I'm looking forward to maybe one day if they actually find a cure for tuberculosis in cold water fish. I'm hoping that my name might be down there, contributing to it.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
So that's the thing. Innovate, man. Innovate.
I think you're lagging a little bit. You hear me?
Oh, I'm saying, you should innovate. You have the
Yeah,
opportunity of a lifetime. It's
definitely,
gonna
definitely.
take work, but do it. Do it.
Either I'm thinking either work on the side of the people and actually be the good guy, try to find solutions for ethical problems, or I go work for the government for like either for the military or for I don't know, one of the top two German secret
Weapons
agents.
contractors.
No, like the secret agencies in Germany, the the BND and the BVF, I think. BVS. I don't know.
BBS. Do you
Anyways,
believe?
it's like the German equivalent of the NSA and CIA, I guess.
Yeah.
They're also looking for a lot of lawyers, or a lot of whatever you. I don't know what the English term is for somebody that just studied law, but that's not a lawyer. You know what I mean? Like an attorney, I guess. Um, and they're actually looking for people that defend their cases, defend the use of automatic drones and stuff like that. So I could also play the
You
bad guy.
choose. You choose.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, so basically, you're one lab accident away from becoming a supervillain. Drones, you know.
Yeah. I mean, there's also a lot of boring stuff when it comes to AI, so I would definitely specialize in military use because there's
Yeah,
also,
dude.
like,
Hey,
bro.
you guys, you're the only country in Europe where the United States wants to actually have a base. Like in Stuttgart, I think that you have you know.
We have more than one American base. We have a couple, actually.
I know. So
We have
work with them,
one
dude.
of the largest American bases, like in general, is in Germany.
I know. I told you.
50,000 soldiers, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. We'll
Our
see.
bases here aren't for shit. Too small. I mean, you can't land. Our islands are too small. The plane will fall off on the other side.
There's even an Air Force base in Germany.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm talking about. Air Force.
Yeah, an American Air Force base. Yeah, it's not in Stuttgart though. But it's in the south. It's in Kaiserslautern.
Kaiserslautern. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I know. I know my map around Germany. I started y'all in 2006. You know, the World Cup. I was looking the topography and stuff. But yeah, Kaiserslautern. I think I was. I would think it was. I think you also had one in Stuttgart.
Oh yeah, this could be, but the largest one is in Kaiserslautern.
Yeah.
Like I have a friend that used to live there, and he lived like I think on the like 26th floor or something, like up high, and you could see the entire base from his like
Dude, that would be awesome.
and you could see fighter jets landing and taking off like every half hour.
Damn, those jets, dude! I'm telling you, one of my best. If I didn't become in an ideal world, I wanted to become a fighter pilot, but I'm too tall to fit in the cockpit of an F-16, and we Greeks, at average, are short as shit, like 5'4", 5'5". Even the men, and the women, and the children too. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. But yeah, I remember I wanted to be a fighter pilot, and I got all of these flight simulations. Like my best one was the FA-18 Hornet. Best fighter plane ever. Best fighter plane ever, dude. We've got like F-4 Phantoms. Like the French forgot that after World War II, and we're like, oh, we're still flying that shit. We can fly that. I'm like, oh, boring. What's next? What's next? I'm like F-16s. Dude, you know there's 18. There's a YF-22 Raptor that you could use. You know? And I'm like, yeah, no. We can't afford that. Every plane that the United States actually owns is basically like a quarter of the entire budget of Greece or something, dude. Like they throw a lot of money in defense. And that's why no one's fucking around with America.
Especially their planes. The US they have many of
per plane. What? 18 million per plane.
Yeah, but they have quite a few models that they don't sell to other countries. Like some of the best fighter jets are only owned by the United States.
Yeah, they regretted when they sold the F-15 Eagle to Israel.
I mean, Israel is an ally, so I don't know.
They are, but you know, if there's one thing that I can understand with Americans, they do not want competition. Like you may be our allies, but you're not going to be just as good as us. You're going to be our allies, but we're going to be
but they're never going to be just as good as them. Come on, the country has 9 million people.
Oh, but hey, they have one of the best fighter pilots,
and
you know who is contending for spot number 2 in the military. You know, in the Air Force, one of the best air forces in the world. Us guys. We have some, yeah. Oh, we're nice. The first. We have the first Navy in the world, and we're like second or third when it comes to Air Force. When it comes to infantry, I think we're a little worse than. I don't know, dude. Infantry, dude. No, ooh, that's a night. That was a mistake. When I enlisted for the infantry, dude. Ooh, no, I ain't doing that again. Infantry, no.
Yeah, infantry, man. I mean, to be honest, all of that is going to be pretty useless in the near future. It's all going to be about who has the best drones.
Oh yeah,
And when it
but
comes to that, it's going to be the United States and China.
oh come on, China has got nothing.
China's
China
got a lot.
needs the United States, dude. China needs the states. Everyone needs the states.
It's the other way around, bro. It's the other way around,
You
unfortunately.
think?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. China's just bigger. Doesn't make them smarter.
But the countries across the world are more dependent on China than the United States these days, especially
Yeah.
when it comes to their economy. That's a big problem because that's how China pressures everybody. China, even like the only country that the United States bows down to is China, and that's one thing. And look, I don't want to be political, but that's one thing I appreciate about Trump. He's the only president that has the balls to say something. Because man, the United States has been bowing down to China for like 20 years because they're scared as shit. Because their entire economy is dependent. Like the only reason that the United States, for instance, does not even have an embassy in Taiwan is because China says if you accept Taiwan by putting an embassy there, we will not trade with you. That's how scared the United States is. You know what I'm saying? That's why I have to say I'm kind of afraid of China. Like I'm afraid when I see people not taking them seriously, and that's why it pissed me off when Trump was the only one talking about China and the media like CNN were making fun of him and acting like Russia is the biggest problem and China is not a problem at all. I don't know.
Russia.
Like Russia is not a problem, to be honest.
Nope.
Like they were a problem 50 years ago, man. They're not a
If there's one thing I can tell you, the equivalent of Trump in Europe has to be Vladimir Putin. If there's this book that I read called Agenda 2020, and it talks about Trump, it talks about Vladimir Putin, and these guys are still holding the fabric of reality together, dude. I cannot imagine what's going to happen to the world without those two right now. Yeah, G3, A3s, and A4s. I held an M1 because I was in the Presidential Guard. I held a G3. I shot a few rounds with it. I regretted it for the rest of my life because, yeah. And I became an honorary soldier at the Presidential Guard after that because, yeah. Yep. And I sniping with those two? Yeah, no. Mm-mm. And I remember I had my CO telling me, you're going to go special forces. And I said, I'm going to go to the Presidential Guard because I don't want to get hurt and I don't want to hurt anybody. And he's like, you're going special forces because you're a psychopath. And I said, I'm going to the Presidential Guard. He's like, if you go to the Presidential Guard, you're an even bigger psychopath. Yeah. So, yeah, if you do that, you're an even bigger psychopath because they just stand there all day and they do nothing. And I said, it has to do with mental stimulation down there. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. And he said, listen, after our assignment, provided that everything goes well in the training exercise that we do, what a training exercise that was, he said, I know that you're going to score well. If you fail on purpose, I know that you will do so on purpose. So I'm going to have your application right here, and I'm waiting for your signature on my office for Special Forces. And he said, if you don't come and sign by Friday, I will personally sign a paper for Presidential Guard.
Bro, what's wrong with the special forces? Like,
No, there's nothing wrong with Special Forces.
that's not what I mean. But the
I'm
way
a crazy look. I'm a crazy son of a bitch. If I had gone there, I would have lost my mind. I'm telling you. But
is
when
it not hard to join in Greece? Like
no, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's really not. And that's the thing. You know what's hard to join? Presidential Guard, dude. You know what's hard? You see, it's in human nature to be mobile. But what's difficult is going against your own nature and sitting yourself and planting yourself like a tree and being like, you know what, I ain't gonna move. And when we do these training exercises, it is mental exercises. Okay. I was trained as special forces. I was trained as special forces in the Presidential Guard and the special forces. You know, green and blue berets are considered like the elite in the country. So just hold on, give me a sec.
Make America great again. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not American, so I can't vote anyways. I would definitely vote for Trump over Biden or over any Democrat. That being said, I'm still not a fan of Trump. I don't really think he's a decent person, but I don't know who's really a decent person right these days, especially politicians. But he definitely has balls compared to most other politicians.
So this is my blue beret, dude. I'm going to show it to you guys on the camera. Now it looks nice and blue, but at the bottom here, it kind of gets yellowish. If you see it up front,
Yeah.
this is literally my sweat and tears and blood in order to get this beret, dude. When people saw this beret, when I was when I went to the 401st, you know, where they had their infirmary in Athens. I had to get my final checkup so that I could end my term. And I will never forget the day that I was wearing my blue beret. Like I had my head all shaved off and stuff, but when I was wearing this like this, they just completely freaked. When they saw a blue beret, they were like, "Oh my God, it's them!" And I won't forget there was the special forces. He was a sergeant. I was a corporal back then. Big dude, you know, big badass guy. And he sits there and he's like, you know, standing. And when he saw me pass, he had a few trainees with him for special forces. And he's like, "Get up, you maggots. You know, Presidential Guard is here. Stand up and salute the boys in blue." And I liked it because you know who was called the boys in blue? 501st Legion. Make room for the boys in blue, you know?
Yeah.
And I
True.
like that. And I like that. So I saluted the guy and I said, you know, at ease, guys, you know, I'm just some guy, you know, in a blue beret. Like, no, you don't understand, my friend. I've been a special forces sergeant for 2 years. I've been through everything, all the training, all the, you know, all the psychological warfare. But he said, dude, I could never, ever do what you guys do. He said, is it true that you stand there for hours and you have people just taunting you and saying nasty shit to see if you're going to break? And I said, I really cannot say, but from one military man to another, I will answer that question. That is affirmative, sir. And he said, yeah. He said, that is crazy. I could never do what you're doing. I can't. I couldn't. And I'm like, I couldn't do what you're doing. He said, no. That would be a walk in the park for you, son. You guys are psychos. You just go against human nature. You just stand there and you do your walks and all that stuff, and you make us really proud during the parades and shit. I mean, it was a very, very stressful time, and I'm telling you, I'm proud that I served there. It was one of the best. I'm telling you, it's just like the things that they say about the Guard, they have some wonderful things to say. Some people are like, I don't know how you do this. And to me, it was nothing. Like I could just basically, I pulled it off. I had no problem pulling it off whatsoever. And you see these big guys, these big military guys, and like, I don't know how you did it. I couldn't do it. You're crazy. You're a maniac. And they're like, I don't know how you guys do it, but I'm like, I just did what I do usually. So I'm going to screen share here, and I'm just going to give you guys a little glimpse of what happened here back in the day. This is actually footage On the 12th of March of 2017, I was there. And I had to do this march every Sunday. It's a ceremonial thing. So this is the band. And that is Vasilis Sofias Avenue. It was my second home, dude. And you hear us coming along. There we are. Hold on. Those are our boys. I know the names of every single one of these soldiers, dude. We've bled together, we've cried together, we've trained together. Every one of them. No, that's a flag. Then the blue, the boys in blue, that was my favorite outfit, dude. That is a traditional Cretan outfit. And you hear those, you hear our marches, and somewhere here you're gonna see me. I can actually be seen quite clearly. I know all of these guys, man. I have a story to tell for each one of them. And second platoon, that's where I come in. The coordination, everything, dude. What we're wearing right now, it's an extra 40 pounds on our back. And where you see the mouse right here, that's General Qatar, and there I am. I think you can see me. There you go. Dude, I was not happy. I remember that day very well. We were preparing for the 25th of March, and it was crazy, dude. For the biggest parade of our country, and we had to rehearse every single day. And it was something I said to myself, just take me to target practice. I would have preferred that. We had to coordinate our moves. We had to coordinate our steps, everything. Dude, it was insane. I'm telling you, it was batshit crazy. Okay, and that's why people said I couldn't do that. But it was something that I did proudly, and I tell this to my parents and my friends and everyone that I know. That they said, "Would you do it again?" I said, "I would go through the whole thing again." You can see the craziness, the mania in my eyes. I would do it again, yeah. You know, the training, the sleepless nights, the screaming, the howling, the blood, the sweat. Yeah.
It's crazy, man, because it's crazy how different countries are. Because in Canada, we also have the Royal Guard, and they basically they look just like the Royal Guard in Great Britain.
Britain.
And they also do the parades, and they stand still for like hours and do nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they faltered, dude. I've actually seen people just faint flat down. None of
And-
our boys faint ever in the
And
history of the art. Go ahead.
yeah. And in Canada, that's just the people that do that. They're all most of them are
Professional?
not even active. No, most of them are not even active military. Most of them are actually reserves, voluntary reserves, and some are active military, but none of them have to like do some special training or anything. And our special forces in Canada, we have 5 different branches, but let's say that the 2 most elite ones, it's so hard to get in there. It's like insane. Like nobody would ever come to you and be like, "Yo, come join us." It's like, you know what I mean? It's extremely hard.
It's a very elite. It's a very elitist thing, you know. There, when you get in there, they have a very elitist mentality going on. But it's exclusive. Like out of 10,000 soldiers, only 70 candidates made it there, of which only 70 of us actually became Blue Berets and got to wear the
Yeah, that's
uniform.
what I mean. It's in Canada, it's the opposite. Like the jobs, like the Royal Guards, they don't have hard training at all, which explains
For
why-
42 days, dude, I heard the screams and yells of my trainers. My instructors. I was sleeping and I could actually hear their voice, like "Pame, pato!" I could actually hear that. I would like wake up in the middle of the night, dude.
But bro, doesn't it make more sense though for this, like, just if you think about it practically, for the special forces to be the best trained though? You know what I mean?
Well, we have this. We have similar training. That's the thing. I don't understand it either. But these guys, they said it's easier. Do you know why they say it's easier for them? It's because motion. Motion is one of the most primarily functions of our. We have a fast metabolism. We need to move around. Now, dude, you know what it's like? I won't forget. My record for standing still was 4 hours, 47 minutes. I remember, it was something like this. Move again. When I had to move again, my body felt foreign. I could physically feel the blood recirculating in my body. I felt that I was in this hollow shell.
Yeah.
And I repossessed a body that wasn't mine. Like the guards at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Yeah, basically the same guys. That parade was us returning back into our base because we had a guard change, and every Sunday we have a formal guard change. And at the presidential mansion, we have a completely different guard change there. It's small, but it's still just as ceremonious. And I'm telling you, I love the crap out of that. I mean, I even have something that I haven't shared with practically anyone, but here it goes. I'm going to show y'all. This is, hold on, wait, this is my picture here. Hold on. No, we're looking at the video. We want the video. Here it is. Okay. This is basically my guard change. This is where I was coming in, okay? This is at the presidential mansion, not the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Not everyone knows the presidential mansion, so I'm going to show it. This is me leading them. I was a corporal there. Going to show you guys about Greece, you know? So that wasn't me. You're gonna hear my voice. You're gonna notice. People heard my voice all the way back in base. They're like, "Holy shit!" You know, Katarn's howling again. That's me. I'm the one that initiates the whole ritual. You know. Every step has a meaning. You know, every fold, every smash, everything. Dude, I can't do that anymore. I'm not as flexible. There it is. 7 steps. And attention. That's the guard change at the presidential mansion. Yeah, I was like guard change. I gave them an order. Okay, we're changing now. So the old guards make 7 steps towards me, so I can guide them out. They're supposed to be in perfect sync, which they are. Because those are my boys. I remember they were 347th, dude. That was us. And then the other 2 now make their way. The guys in the camo are the guys that basically look after the guards in case they need anything. You know, you need someone supervising them. There you go. These guys are practically rookies. The new guys, right there. Present arms. And this is how we arm ourselves. I have a souvenir right here. Broken shoulder, broken clavicle. Because of the gun. I even broke one on my shoulder. You hear how did you hear that gun? That was a 14 to 15 pound gun smashing against my shoulder, and I didn't give a fuck. That's me, step 1, 2, and 3.
That's you right now?
Yeah, that's me.
Nice.
All shaved. Not most people will recognize me. I salute my my fellow comrades. A lot of people. And I'm off to camp. And I went to sleep sound that night. That was the guard change at the presidential mansion, which is exactly behind of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. And we had a different uniform back then. Dude, I'm telling you, I'd do that again. I just look at it with such nostalgia and such love. I'm like, dude, I fucking miss it so much. Ceremonial soldiers, dude. I'm so proud of my heritage. I'm telling you, I was one of 70 guys that got to wear one of these. One of 70 that year. Not even 100. Not even 100 every year get to wear these. And I have it. If anyone touches this, legend says that if anyone but an F-Zone soldier touches this, they get set on fire. I didn't make the rules, but yeah. Oh boy, I showed a lot about Greece. You need to show us about Germany or Canada or something. You you need to step up one day, but you're tired, dude. I can actually tell. I've been droning on for too long.
I don't even know if am I able to share screen as well?
Yeah, of course. I think you are. There's a share screen option at the bottom, unless it's only the broadcaster that can. I'm not sure.
Let me just try something. Share screen. Am I sharing screen right now?
No.
What?
Oh, we have news. Let's talk about it. Ewan McGregor has confirmed to Entertainment Tonight that the Kenobi series will only have one season. That's the plan right now, but he says, who knows, giving fans hopes that maybe, just maybe, it will go on for more than just one. That's from our boy Star Wars Theory. But yeah, so can you share the screen?
I'm trying to. It says I can, apparently.
You have to share screen, and then there's this window that's going to pop up that's going to show you the screen. You just click the screen, and then you share.
Yeah, it's... I'll try.
Do or do not.
Well, actually, it should be streaming now. It shows that it is. Apparently.
Oh, Canadians are so nice. That is true. That is true, dude.
Weird as fuck.
I don't really care. Yep, pragma, letiles.
Is it maybe you have to accept it.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay, add to stream. There we are. Perfect, dude. Yeah, show me. Now we got it.
Do you see this?
Yes, I can. Perfectly. Yeah.
Okay. Oops. Okay. Maybe let me say something before that. So that's basically a combo video of the top 2 most elite special forces in Canada,
Mm-hmm.
and they're yeah, that's in Canada. That's like the toughest to join, basically. I can't really talk much about it. You know what I mean, because we're on stream and stuff.
I know.
But
Hey, I've said things that I'm allowed to say. Trust me, there are
yeah,
other
yeah,
nightmare things that I
you know
couldn't
my
talk.
story, right? You know all the stuff I already talked to you
Oh
about.
yeah, we've talked about it
I'll
personally, so
put it
it's
this
gonna.
way, I have a few close family members that are part of those units. And that's basically the only video you'll ever see of them. They only did one like promotional video once. That you won't see anything else because
Go
they don't allow cameras and shit.
ahead. Mm-hmm. And you're honest when I sneeze about something. The last thing that you said is truth. That's a Greek superstition thing. I'm just trying to justify the fact that I don't have COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're extremely
C-130 Hercules. I want a base jump from one of those things. Not base
they're
skydive.
extremely secretive. Like more secretive than usual
Yeah.
for some reason. I don't know why. I think it has to do with the fact that the Canadian government hid their existence for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, for a long time, the Canadian government pretended like they didn't exist. Like especially
Oh, that's a beautiful rifle. That's an M416.
especially the ones you see right now with the masks on. They're not allowed
Yeah.
to show any of their face. It's the unit is called JTF2, Joint Task Force 2, and they were even in the Iraq War. Although Canada officially wasn't in the Iraq War, that's one of the reasons why I think Canada lied about their existence. They only admitted it like I think a few years ago, although
Yeah.
they've been around for over 20 years. It's crazy.
Special ops looks like it.
Yeah, yeah, it's a counter-terrorism unit of the
Dude,
Special Ops Canada.
it brings so many images because it reminds me of Special Forces training. I mean, they know how to hold a gun. Like, I know what I'm watching right now. I know what I'm watching. Holy shit. Bomb Squad.
Yeah,
Holographic scope. Snow Riders. Damn. You got your own snow troopers.
it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cajuns were once Canadians. That is historically true. Yeah, they were called the Acadians from France, and they had their own dialect afterwards. Yeah,
actually,
dude,
I'm actually Acadian.
you really are Acadian. Cool.
Yeah,
And
like
you have something in common with this lady then.
I'm actually. Let's break it down. I'm 50% like from my heritage. I'm 50% Acadian, and I'm a quarter Cajun.
Basically the same thing. Acadians and
Even though it's the same, but my paternal grandmother, her father came from Louisiana and basically resettled in what used to be Acadia, which is
wow,
northern New Brunswick.
it's a small world after all,
Oh
huh?
yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, the British basically they came to New Brunswick back then because the Acadians were kind of
Fuck the British, dude.
rebellish. And they tore families apart, man. They just took like half of the Acadians and brought them to Louisiana, and
Mhm.
yeah, it was crazy times, man.
Well, I also did a history lesson on my heritage. Now, from my dad's side, I come 100%. I'm 100% Greek. That's a given. But from my mother's side, my mom said that she was the great granddaughter of the Duke, no, Count or Duke, basically French royalty. You know, uh,
Nice.
yeah. So my great grandfather, who was the Duke of de Chantilly, what we use for flapjacks and pancakes. I think that it must have originated with them. My mom said, I don't know. It must be a synonymity or something. But basically, he had 14 daughters. He had 14 kids. He had three sets of twins, and they were all girls. He didn't have not one boy. And of those two sets of twins, my grandmother and her twin sister, that's where my mom came from. And my mom's dad is Greek, so I'm 75% Greek and 25% French. So I'm 100% European. So I can understand what it's like with heritages and stuff. It's just a crazy, crazy story. And
Yeah.
I know that my side of the French family did not leave France. Like they were dukes. Why would they leave? So
Yeah.
I'm European French. I'm not like American, Americanized French, like all of those people that were exiled to Canada that became the Cajuns afterwards and that came down to the south and became Louisianans. Which to me they're better because the French are assholes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some
I
Acadians in the
boo. I
north,
can hear
north
you
of
doing
New
me.
Brunswick, they're pretty arrogant, man. Like they hate English, bro.
Twice the pride, double the well,
They're not.
of course they hey, I don't blame them. It's like me liking Turkish. Why would I like Turkish? They're the language of my oppressors, dude. You
Yeah,
know?
but still, they live in a predominantly English country. It's just like the Quebecers. I mean, of course, historically, I understand why somebody from Quebec would not like somebody from, I don't know, Toronto because he's English. But fuck, man, that happened like 200 years ago. You
Yeah.
know?
I know. Actually, I know talk shit about the Turkish, but when you see a certain movement about certain lives matter, I'm not going to talk about it, getting too political. Um, when they say that they're oppressed and that they were slaves, it's like me going to Turkey and asking for reparations and saying, "Hey, my family was a slave 200 years ago, so we need reparations from Turkey." Fuck no. I wasn't born a slave. I was born fucking privileged as fuck. Okay, I was born in a warm household with food, with electricity, with a PlayStation. I'm good. I was set. Okay, but they're trying to stir people. They're trying to stir people around. My family settled in New Iberia in Cajun country in the 1700s. Wow, you've got
Yeah.
a lineage. One thing that I admire about Cajuns is that they can trace their roots far back. Like if I traced my paternal grandfather's roots back, as far as like maybe 3 or 4 generations ago, my oh yeah, we came from the Peloponnese, and
Nice.
from what I know, my granddad said that we do have Spartan connections. Here we go. So every time I see 300, I'm like, there I am. I'm gonna come from you
Nice.
guys. I'm swinging one of y'all's balls. No, I'm gonna come to this world thanks to you guys. And yeah, I'm telling
I
you.
can actually, I think I already told you that I can trace my my paternal grandfather's side of the family up to 700 AD, which is pretty
700.
insane.
Wow.
Yeah, 750 AD, around that. Yeah.
Dude, when the first Christians were being chased and like witch hunts and shit. Dude. What,
Yeah.
what, when the British were repelling the Vikings. Oh, that is old.
Well, a large part of my ancestry is from Scandinavia. Large part. from were Vikings.
We talked about that. Remember, we were talking
Actually,
about
they all were like they all came from. I'm actually almost pure on that side of the family, Scandinavian heritage, but they eventually all moved to France and England and Germany and even Russia. I even had like one ancestor in Russia somewhere, like 1,000 years ago.
I'm telling you, hey, 1,000 years ago, I could have had a Persian Xerxes motherfucker looming.
You never know, man.
You know, hey, I wouldn't be weirded out because, hey, Alexander the Great tore a new one and reached all the way to India. So, yeah, no, but I'm too white to be Persian. No. And do you know how I can tell that I'm not Persian? How I don't have Middle Eastern DNA? Their chest hair, they coil. Mine are straight.
Mm. So you know you're not Middle Eastern, or you are? I didn't get the last part.
No. I can't be because my chest hair doesn't coil. No,
Oh yeah.
neither
Well,
does my beard. And my beard, my very small beard, it actually has red hair. And the actual French, okay, the real dynasties of Germany, France, and England, just like the Irish, were pure blonde or redheads, like the purest of purest blood.
Well, the French and the Irish were red, and the German and the English were blonde because the German.
I'm like Griezmann, you know, Antoine Griezmann. He's a redhead.
Yeah.
He's originally red, and I was shaving the other day, and I saw these red hairs at the bottom of my chin. I'm like, hello there.
today's Germans and like French, they're all not. None of them is like none of them has like just one heritage, right? They all have a lot of Slavic in them, a lot of Celtic. Like French, for example, they have Roman, Germanic, and Celtic all mixed with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But like
there was a huge mix.
Germans, right? Germans, and I mean the ancient English people all came from Germany, and these ancient Germans all came from Scandinavia. They were all Germanic.
Yeah, you told me about that. You remember we had that long video call?
Yeah.
We should call it Roots the Sequel Europe.
Germany, England, Netherlands, Sweden, Norway, they all share one ancestry, like 400 AD, like around 1,600 years ago.
One family, dude.
All one family, bro. All one tribe.
One family, one tribe. Yeah. So I'm telling you, my French ancestry, my mom said that my great grandfather's granddad, okay, so imagine how old that is, was originally red-haired. So I guess that some of the genes made it here, you know, on my face and stuff. Green eyes was a thing in my family that hasn't been eradicated in years. Like my sister, she's the only offspring as of late that doesn't have green eyes. But I maintained it thanks to my mom. My mom's awesome. She's like, you know, the most awesome part of the gene pool. I got my mom's characteristics.
Everything. My eyes right now, because my eyes always change. They're either blue or green. I don't know if you can see on the screen.
Oh, to say Baron Zemo's line, you know, there's a little bit of green in your eyes. It's always nice to see a flaw. But
it always changes, bro. With me, it always changes. It's weird.
Yeah, my eyes, when I'm in a bad mood, they turn into this honey yellowish color. Closest thing that you get to Sith eyes. You turned it against me. So the British invaded New Orleans in 1803, and Andrew Jackson had to use exiled pirates to win it back. Best story ever. Yeah. Yep.
Do you speak French, or
un petit peu de français. Je connais tout le français, mais je ne peux parler pas. I can't speak properly. I just know.
Français aussi, mais je pense pas que beaucoup de personnes.
Tu parlais plus que bien de moi. The only thing I know to say in French is quote Magneto in X-Men First Class. La possession de cet or est illégale. Cet or, c'est tout c'est tout qu'il reste de ma peuple. I just love it.
Do Cajuns still speak French? Like that question goes to Michelle. Like,
I
many
think they do. For example, they do still use the word like share, and they still say bon chance.
because in like Acadians in Canada, most of them still speak fluent French, like complete fluent French.
Yeah, but they still have the Acadians have their own dialect of French because when they were exiled, France had
Yeah, but they still speak fluent French though.
They're said that Acadian grandparents and their modern grandchildren, with the modern French that they know, they can't understand each other, and it's practically the same thing. And I can understand this because in Greek,
Wait,
Greeks in Cyprus.
Who doesn't understand who? What?
They don't understand each other. Like modern French and old Acadian French.
Yeah. I mean, I know because my mom speaks Acadian French. It's not that they don't understand each other, but it sounds really weird to French people.
Yeah, different. Yeah, it's like
my mom has a Moroccan friend, and she speaks like Moroccan French, which is pretty similar to French, right? And when my mom speaks like pure Acadian French, it sounds like really, really weird to her.
Ghetto French. That was badass. Oh, that was a good one. Yeah. French
Like I don't know, like Acadians, they don't say je parle, they say je parle.
Yeah. Oh, it's like Greek, dude. It's like Greek. You should hear our Greek, for example. In Greek, let me give you an example. It's not that far off. In Greek, when you say "ti kanis" or "ti φτιάχνεις," it's like, "Hey, what you doing?" Okay, but the equivalent is like in Greek, like if we had like an Acadian accent, for Greek, if we had the Acadian equivalent for Greek, it would be like "φτιάνεις." Kalaishi, ti φτιάνεις. It's like they just suppress the word.
Yeah.
WinRAR, compress.
By the way, let me just get back to Michelle.
It is English and French mixed. Yep.
Yeah, we also have that in where I'm from. We actually have a name for it. We call it Chiac. It's CHIAC, and it's actually a recognized minority language in certain communities. And it's literally, it has its own grammar, man. It's a mix of English and French, and it has its own like grammatical rules.
It reminds me of my mom's Creole.
It's crazy, man.
It reminds me a little bit of Creole, which is a mixture. My mom's Creole,
like
in Mauritius, is English and French based, with the speed of Chinese and the overall mentality and tone of Indian. So I can understand how my mom speaks like what you're going to do is qu'est-ce que vous voulez faire, in French. But in French, it's in my mom's dialect, it's going to be qui te peut faire. Like you can hear faire, like faire,
yeah.
You get the ki, which is Chinese, qui te peut, like you know. And for example, like when they say what, they're not like quoi. They're like qui faire, like what did I do? What's wrong? Qui faire, though, if you hear it, the reason why they say this is because it's a slave's response. So, for example, when you hear someone talking shit to a slave, they'll be like, what did I do? Because they're slaves. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. That was like a very defensive response. Lots of invented words. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Master Jonas is going to go to bed. It's 4 a.m. for us here, so I can understand. I can't stay up any longer. Glad I caught the stream. We'll have some more streams in the future. Definitely. Thank you for coming on, dude. Thank you so much. Thank you for being part of the stream. Θα τα πούμε. Καληνύχτα. Καλή ξεκούραση και καλημέρα να έχεις, φίλε μου. Να σε καλά. We'll see you again next time. I was really glad to see Master Jonas again because I hadn't seen him in a long time. So yeah, to go back to Michelle, yeah, lots of invented words. That is so true. Like they invented a lot of words, like a lot of crafted words. Like another invented word that I knew, kalinihta. Yeah, good night. Another invented word that I knew in like for example, my mom's dialect. Is like for example they invented words for animals, okay, like for example, what would they call a mouse? Okay, mice are small and they're fast, so they wouldn't come up for the word like mouse, they would call it little speed. So in Creole it would be called petit vitesse, petit vitesse, you
Mhm.
know, small
Yeah.
speed, but they wouldn't say petit, they'd call it petit vitesse.
Mhm.
And when I heard it for the first time, I was mind blown. I was like, God, they thought of this thing. They thought it through. These slaves were diligent, man. They created their own language, and the British couldn't understand them, or French couldn't understand them. Like, oh, just get out of here. I don't understand what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it became a free country afterwards. They got independent from Great Britain in 1966. My mom was 2 years old back then. New Orleans objectively has the best accents. Yup, I can say that. If you watch Princess and the Frog and you listen to Ray speaking, I could listen to that Firefly all day long. I could listen to John Goodman's character. I could listen to Louis's character, Tiana's character. There's just, I don't know. There's just thing
Nah, man.
about Southern
I have,
drawl, dude.
yeah,
Southern drawl.
I have to say Ireland, bro.
Southern drawl. Ireland is not that much. If you actually think about the Irish people, my friend, is they were the base for American accent.
I know.
Because if you hear them sing, they sound like Americans. They really
Yeah.
do.
Because the Scottish and the Irish had way more influence in North America than the
They
actual.
did, and they didn't like the British because the Irish and the Scottish didn't like the British.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they
yeah.
made an alliance over there, laddie.
But the Scottish is also cool. Scottish is probably my second favorite, but Irish, man. Woof.
Nah, not Scottish. No, I'm telling you, if I have favorite accents in the world for English, I'm going to stick with New Orleans or Nolans. Southern drawl, it's the way it be. And my second favorite would have to be. I don't have a second favorite. I really don't.
Well, for me, I have to differentiate. Like, for guys, like Irish, but not for girls. You know what I mean? It's not like I find it attractive.
Oh no,
when a girl speaks Irish.
for girls, Southern accents for girls, man. Oh my God,
Girls,
yeah.
for me, it's definitely Latin accent.
Latin. It's kind of
Depends,
heavy,
depends from where, but from let's say from Colombia or Brazil. Yeah.
No, not really. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. You know why? Because I hear the same way. Like when Greek girls speak English here, I'm the only one that has a Greek accent this way. Scottish was the base of Southern accents. That is so true. Um, but it evolved after that. Like when I hear Greek
Yeah.
girls talk, and I hear them like comment on things, and they're like, "Good morning, I like you very much, and yes, I would like to go out for a coffee with you, and yes, you are a very nice person, and I like you very much." And I'm like, it's Nolan's. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Like when you hear a girl say, when she calls you partner, I'm like, yeah, I like that. You know. I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting. Southern girls, yeah. I'm being a little biased, but yeah, I have every right to because they do have the best accents, dude. I'm telling you.
Well, damn.
But for guys, I think I'm gonna be biased. I don't care. I'm gonna say not British.
Nah, man.
Irish for guys, yeah.
Irish
Irish.
is nice.
Irish for guys, maybe. Perhaps. But I can do any accent, and this is one of the things that my mom used to say. She said, "You don't have a steady accent. Why do you do that?" And I said, "I have a gift to communicate with every person in the world." When I went to England I was talking like the British. Like they were like, can I buy you a pint, mate? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'd like a glass, sure. So what is this? Is this ale or is this beer? And they'll be like, oh, it's a beer. It's a lager, actually. It's quite nice. Yeah, I think I actually prefer an apple cider if you could. Thank you kindly. And I know Michelle is throwing up right now when she hears me speaking British accents, but I'm just trying to adapt to it. And like when I'm talking to Australian people, that's when I'm like, I can't help either. I don't have an Australian accent, so I automatically talk like the clones. Like, right, yeah, agreed. We're on the same page, you and me, sir. You know?
The Australians, they have like this aggressive tone sometimes. It's like
Very,
it's
they have
like
this very
British
aggressive tone
aggressive.
over there. Yeah, they just like they have this accent. It's very weird, man. They just
Like when they say shark or dark, like anything with like
shock,
AR, it's
shock.
like shock,
Yeah,
dark. It's really
it's
really
dark
weird.
over there. It's dark over there. Down under. There's a lot of sharks down under. I can't do Australian accents for the life of me, dude. But I can take the piss out of Greek people, man. We have the heaviest accent. We sound like Russians. We sound like the mob. We break your feet, we take your wallet, and we run away. We let you in the woods to die.
But the most disgusting English accent is German, man.
The most disgusting. Oh yeah. I'm
Germans
sorry.
speak English. It's disgusting, bro.
I would like to tell you, yeah.
Very good. I'm not very good in English. This is a very hard language for me. This is very hard.
Oh come on. Do you know what's slimy Italian English? I would like to go for a coffee with you, my friend. It's a me, Mario. Oh my god. I'm making fun of them. I'm such a I don't care. But hey, do you know who's pretentious as shit? It's the Spanish people. And I'm not talking about Latin Americans. I'm talking about the Spanish. We
Spanish
come
from Spain are gay. Like their accent is gay, even when they speak.
Yes. We
They
hate the
always
Spanish. Boo!
Español. Like come on, bro.
Hablamos español. Oh, okay. She gave us a challenge. Michelle gave us a challenge. We have to do Southern accents. Okay, I'm closer to Texas. I'm closer to Texas. I want to see you try. Go ahead. You try first. A Southern accent.
What?
No, can you?
Oh, I don't know. What should I say? All right.
I do declare. Like in the office.
Yeah,
There's been a murder in Savannah.
I'm talking a Southern accent right now. I'm from
That's pretty good. That's close to Texas.
Kentucky. A small town.
That's not bad. That's not half bad.
Coal mines all day long.
That's pretty good. I don't know, Michelle. Are we doing good? I think we're doing good.
I know it's a bit too extreme, though. Most people probably don't.
It is a little too extreme, but yeah, it's just the only way. It's how we hear it.
I have family in Alabama, and most people down there don't have like. It depends if you're like from a really small town, maybe, but most people like don't have that extreme of an accent, like stereotypically. They're just like.
Listen, I paid attention to Michelle and how she talks, and Southern drawl is a thing.
It's a thing. Don't get me wrong. It's just not like extreme like this.
Dude, I've been hanging out too much with her, and I was talking to my mom on the phone the other day, and she's like, "So, my mom has a very heavy South African accent. This is the way they actually talk in South Africa. They have a very very clear South African accent. They do not drag the R's too much. They're not British. They're not Scottish. They have their own accent. And so my mom's like, I do not understand. I do not understand you. She said it's a Tennessee accent. Yeah, pretty much.
What's Tennessee?
My mom, your accent, I think, was Tennessee. I think that's what she's trying to say. And my mom was like, I don't understand. Where did you pick this accent up? well, what is this? And I'm like, my mom was like, are you going to come to Africa with us? I'm like, y'all are crazy thinking that I'm going to come down to Africa. Ain't no me going down to Africa. Not a chance. And my mom was like, are you 100% positive? I'm like, absolutely sure. And she's like, yes, ma'am. You need to draw it out a little bit. I'm going to need some practice, but I'm eventually going to. Louisiana has some pretty extreme accents. Yeah. I want to discover more Cajun. They have uptown,
I don't know anybody
downtown accents. Downtown is more white, and uptown is more, like the black accents. Like, I'm gonna learn you. Like they don't say I'm gonna learn you. Where you at? Where you at? It's like how you doing. I'm gonna learn you. It means I'm gonna teach you. Okay. It's a few things that I learned. It's pretty cool. They have like their own thing going on there. It's great. And if it pisses off the British at Oxford, then I'm on board. So I'm gonna learn you. I'm not gonna teach you. I'm gonna learn you. I'm gonna learn y'all to speak in in the southern dialect. If you don't like it, that's your problem. That's a you problem, not a me problem. Because you also need to have the not the sass that comes with it. You need to have the weight that comes with it. Like, are you talking to me? Or to quote someone that I know very well, if you say some shit before you say something stupid, you better think with your dome piece before it comes to your mouthpiece. Okay? I'm like, yes, ma'am. Very well. Creole. Did I do a Creole accent? I wouldn't know. I'm sorry. I'm learning. Oh, right. No, I understand.
What?
No, we suck at Southern accents. I think that's we do. We bad.
Damn.
Unless you want to talk in a Boston accent, The worst accent out there is Boston, New York. Y'all gonna learn today. Yeah, I love that one.
And where I'm from, Texas, that's just the way we speak. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the way we speak.
That'd be more Atlanta.
That's how I speak every day.
She's gonna skin us alive. She's gonna skin us alive. You all gonna learn today.
I'm from Fort Worth.
No, I mean the worst accent is Boston, New Yorker accent. I'm walking here. I'm walking with my dog.
Oh, I love it, man.
Almost ran me over.
But
He's standing there in the platform.
I did that. I love it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! We just took every single accent in the world and we just tore it apart. But my favorite accent is Palpatine.
Yes,
Palpatine.
This is a good accent, my brother. This is a good accent.
Oh, African accent. My brother.
Where I'm from.
Do you know the way? Have you heard Uganda knuckles, my friend? Do you know the way? Too low for Texas. Get higher. Yes. Hey, you there? Oh. It looks like my friend Revan has been removed from the conversation. I'm gonna give him some time to get back on because my internet connection is shit. So we talked about a lot of things today, and I think that I'm gonna actually also have to end the stream. I'm gonna have to see. Yo, Revan, where you at? I'm gonna have to see. Excuse me, General, but we're experiencing technical difficulties. Hold on, let's see if it's coming on. Let's see. Oh, but I think that it's time that we. Oh wait, there he is. There he is. There he is. Where have you been?
Uh, I have to tell you, I am very sorry, but my laptop is not the battery is not very good. It does not have many life,
Oh,
and
now
it get off. You know, the laptop get off sometime, and I had to plug in the thing in the in the wall. I got the black thing in the wall, and now it work again. Okay.
oh my God. Do you think that we speak like this over here, my friend? You do not understand.
Look,
Let me
look.
show you the
No,
way.
no. Yeah, in Uganda, we speak this way, okay?
That's the way you
Let-
speak over there.
Yes,
Do you
yes,
know the
yes,
way?
my brother. Listen to me.
Yeah,
I know the way.
that's the way you speak, man. Over there, my brothers over there in Africa. The best accent in the world. The best motherfuckers over there.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, oh,
Oh,
dude, that was good. You also have the depth too. What other accents you would take apart? Have you ever heard Asian speak English? Do you
I
speak
can do Asian.
Do you speak English? Do you understand?
Can you do Chinese English? I can't do that.
Japanese, maybe. Do you speak English? You, I cannot understand.
Yeah, they speak like they're almost whispering when they speak. It's really
of
weird.
course. I cannot speak a very good English. I need to understand a little better. But
Yeah.
yeah, I do understand a little bit of English, and I get better, and I will be talking much better with you when I do learn a bit more English. Speak up, motherfucker!
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. And they always speak really like they start a sentence off normal, and then the last 3-4 words are really fast.
you're like, what? Well, I mean, my favorite accent has to be like, oh, damn, like I don't know where Richard Pryor was from. Is like, what you say? You're gonna learn today. I think that's how. Yeah. Too low for Texas, get higher. Yeah. Dude,
Get higher.
this-
What was
this-
Texas?
this was fun. No, Texans have got a much higher register, sir. I'm gonna
Higher
have
than
to
what?
ask you to step out of the vehicle with your hands above your head. I butchered this accent because I'm tired of shit. But it is. Oh, it was good. It was a good stream tonight. I really enjoyed spending time with y'all. But I'm gonna have to call it a night because I have to wake up in 45 minutes and get ready
Shit.
and go straight to work. But that ain't gonna be a problem because I had a really good rest and everything's okay.
I'm sure you will do very good at that job.
Let me show you the way.
I know the way, okay? You just follow me. I know the way to the work.
Oh my god. I'm painting man. Have you ever heard that? Not I'm hurting, I'm painting man. I love it, dude. Cancel Revenant Qatar for being racist. Dude. Oh my god. Do you know the way? Of course I know the way.
Bro,
Why do they
we're what's it called? Racial appropriation.
Yeah. Accent appropriation, my ass.
No. This is racial appropriation. This
I
is
would-
not good what you are doing here.
This is too funny, dude. Go on all that. But hey, we should stream again. Maybe next week when I'm done with a lot of shit that I have to do. There's a lot of things that we could cover and stuff. Yeah, I think it's time to do the duel. I'm sorry, I just remembered of Yu-Gi-Oh. Damn. My brain is all over the place. So we're gonna say goodbye too, because I have to. Yeah, absolutely. And I will. We're gonna keep in touch. You know, the rest of the world. I'm here. This is where we are. This is where we at. It is what it is. So thank you so much for hopping on, spending time with us. I'm going to see you guys next time. I'm going to continue with my video series. Revan, do you want to take it away, bro? Take it away.
Yeah, I might see you guys too, depending on if I ever feel like coming back to Twitter.
But we'll always have YouTube, dude.
Yeah.
So that's it. It's a wrap. And we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. See you guys.